Hello, vicarious mercenaries, proxy ninjas, emphasis on ninjas, and pop culture PhDs. Welcome to the Rec Room. Yes, we are on at a super early time today, and there is finally some things moving and shaking around here. I think if anything, I was getting kind of excited, and I didn't really want to wait a couple more hours, because we try to shoot for like the 7 to 8 p.m. hour Eastern Standard Time, but Sunday's not a scheduled day. But because there's some new stuff, I'm like, if we got the extra time, might as well leverage it. First up for starters, if you are new to the Rec Room, this is your virtual hangout for creative project updates, pop culture commentary, and deep dives into franchises that inspire any of the above. And one of those titles or franchises is actually Ninja Gaiden. So we've got something cool on not just the software front, also the hardware front. So you'll notice things are looking a little different here in the background than what we normally have. But usually I start off the show, a couple of numbers things, and I don't have as much I'm going to get into today because this is kind of like an inaugural episode for a new thing. So I'm going to keep some of the initial chatter to a minimum. And then for our weekly scheduled show on Monday, I'll probably cover a couple extra minutes on some of that tomorrow night. Just so in case anybody's used to our scheduled time, they can catch the details if they are so inclined. But for starters, because we had a new follow last week on Twitch. Not to be outdone, Odysee is still keeping pace, and we also now have a new follow on Odysee. So thank you very much, everybody out there. So that means we have at least not only hit the milestone, but we've kind of locked it in just in case there's some drop off, which does happen on occasion. So thank you very much for hanging out with me. This has been quite an endeavor, not something a couple years ago I would have anticipated to be doing, but has something I enjoy, and at the same time, it has been helpful to serve as an outlet for other projects going on around here. And when you start something like this, unless you're already a known entity or unless you already have a good network to plug into, it's difficult. And so I think over the last few months, we've seen a serious uptick in viewership and interaction. And that means a lot to me to know that if people are coming back, hanging out in the chat, if we're getting views on these platforms, it means there's something you enjoy about it. And I mean, yes, I can call you crazy if you like my dry brand of humor, or maybe my over explaining of strategic things, but at the same time, I think it means a whole lot. That's greatly appreciated. So thank you for joining. So the major scoop here with, and actually this was a convenient timing, with hitting the milestone. I was kind of thinking I really would like to do something for you guys because it's like, in appreciation. But at the same time, like all the stuff that we have available for purchase content, I don't really have access to do coupon codes, and I don't really have time to commit to doing a freebie. So it just kind of worked out that we now have a hardware upgrade. So we didn't swap anything out. We're still going to keep doing a lot of our existing content on PlayStation 4 that's already in rotation. But we now have a PlayStation 5 as well to go along with the consoles that we can use for the content that we're circulating here. So I'm sure some of you wouldn't be surprised that, yeah, to start off so early, there's not any hidden gold mine. I have not struck it rich to be able to do this. So all I can say is that this has kind of been in discussion for a little while. There's finally been a couple things that have popped on the radar. I've expressed in times past that there has not been anything to compel me to get a new system, but with a couple small updates, like extensions of franchises I already know about, I'm kind of like, I've been thinking about it. And leading into the holiday, there was some attempts to try to coordinate something with family members, which didn't work out initially, but through consolidation of gift money and a couple other things, it's kind of like, you know what, it's a good time. And there was actually something which I'll explain in a little more detail, which kind of pushed over the edge here. So just as of yesterday, I went and then picked up a system and start to experience the digital ecosystem in full, and a couple of remarks about that, which I'll get to here in a second. So I won't have much for you for project updates today. I did a little bit of work on audio stuff, but typically I don't get a whole lot done in terms of the regular checklist on the weekend. Most of that is a Monday to Friday thing. So we'll talk about that a little bit more tomorrow. So let me give you a little recap. I talked about this last week, but this is more applicable because this is what's happening now, and that is there was an update, or an update's not the right word, but there was some, I guess, an Xbox developer conference of some kind going on, and I normally am not tracking that kind of stuff. It just so happened that when I was logging in Twitch to work on getting some of our broken episodes stitched back, well, not stitched back together, but at least posted, I'm like, oh, it was right in the middle of a reveal for Ninja Gaiden 4. Now, given the not so stellar Ninja Gaiden 3, I'm like, not high expectations. Wasn't even expecting a new Ninja Gaiden title anytime soon. But the fact it's being made by Platinum Games, I figure, you know what? I'll watch this trailer. I'll see what's going on. And for the most part, it looks like a bit more of a return to form with the action. I don't know if gore is the right word, but at least the dynamic, visceral gameplay. And it's this time around, it's got a lot more of maybe a cyberpunk element to it, like Ghost Runner. I've not played any Platinum Games titles myself, but I know at times people have spoken highly of stuff like Bayonetta, and I don't know where the Platinum Games favorability rises and falls, because I think they also did one of the Metal Gear Solid games, I think the Revengeance, and then I know Devil May Cry, and I don't know which ones are considered favorites and which ones are considered dumpster fires, but I know Platinum Games has a reputation for dynamic games. So I'm like, okay, this looks interesting, maybe give it a chance. And so it's slated for fall. I saw that it's coming out on, PC and both ends of the console spectrum, at least from an Xbox, PlayStation. Typically Switch is usually in the dark a lot of the time on some of these performance intensive games. So I'm like, okay, cool, and then as the stream's ending, the developers are like, yeah, please be excited. Kind of, a running joke with some friends in the past of like how they try to get you hyped for the trailer announcements. And they're like, oh yeah, one more thing. And then they start showing this trailer and I'm like, what is this? It looked familiar because I'm like, I know Ninja Gaiden 1 and 2 very well. And of course, I have the Ninja Gaiden Master Collection. And I'm thinking this is the definitive version. Well, there couldn't be anything more. But as I'm watching this, I'm like, this is Ninja Gaiden 2. And not only that, they brought the blood back. That was one of the signature, technical features that they had in Ninja Gaiden 2 on the Xbox 360. I want to say circa 2006. And so as I'm watching this, I'm like watching the details. And so they have done a complete rebuild of Ninja Gaiden 2 as Ninja Gaiden 2 Black. So this is now beyond what they've done in the Ninja Gaiden Sigma 2 for the Master Collection. So there's no announcement of 1 or 3, and I can probably express commentary on that later on. But for the sake of this, I'm like, my jaw dropped. And I'm like, finally something I'm looking forward to. And as I was discussing with friends, this is what gaming's about. When you finally see something that you really want to play, get excited for. And I had to dig around a little bit to figure out, like, okay, when's this Ninja Gaiden 2 coming out? Because the Ninja Gaiden 4 was for fall, which has not happened yet. Of course, we're still middle of winter. And so as I dig around, I can't find anything about whether it's coming out on PlayStation. I see everything pointing to Xbox, but again, because probably for promotional reasons related to conference. And then I finally find the link and I look at it takes me to the PSN store link and it's like out now. And I'm like, you got to be kidding me. So this has finally lit a fire under my rear to get a PlayStation 5. And so this is what you are now seeing. And it is kind of cool that based on the game, it changes the background automatically. There's some audio playing, and you get to hear a little bit of that here in a second. So, kind of, there's a combination of things I'm going to talk about here. So now that I'm new in the current generation of hardware consoles, I figure I'd just give a couple brief thoughts on PlayStation, and then we'll start talking more Ninja Gaiden, and then finally get into the action. Because man, I am so excited to play this. Because now that I'm thinking about it, I know with recent content going on here for Firewall Protocol Saga, I've been revisiting and trying to figure out what are my favorite franchises, why, what draws me to them. And I think Ninja Gaiden kind of got bumped off the list, and I wasn't thinking about it because I've got things like XCOM, Mech Warrior, StarCraft, and I know I'm forgetting another key one here, but I kind of forgot that Ninja Gaiden technically fits the category because not only do you have some martial arts action, you've got some very rich and vibrant Asian themes, but also they bring in these sci-fi and industrial and military elements. I'm like, you know what, this game does fit. Metal Slug was the other one I was forgetting. So Ninja Gaiden fits in that role, and I think it's just because I haven't played it in depth in a while. So far in the Rec Room, we've only done the original Ninja Gaiden and Ninja Gaiden Black on Xbox, and I was kind of expecting to go in order, like, so then to hop to Ninja Gaiden 2, and then we'll finally hop over to the Master Collection and do Sigma 1 and Sigma 2. So again, that's still 3 more games, and of course, we don't talk about Ninja Gaiden 3. I mean, you want to talk about dumpster fire. Ninja Gaiden 3 and Razor's Edge are that. Razor's Edge may have helped it, but Ninja Gaiden 3, I just, no, it doesn't exist. So anyway, put that aside. So back to the PlayStation 5 for a second. I'm like, okay, so now I need to do this. And as I've looked back, I'm like, MechWarrior 5 clans and nothing, there's been nothing to compel me. And I'm like, you know what? I finally realized, here's the way to sell me on a console is make a compelling Team Ninja game, because I think over the last 5 generations, 3 of those have been for a Team Ninja product. Go back to Dreamcast, I think I picked up because DOA 2. Now, Xbox I got into for Halo, and then I guess Xbox 360 I'll count as an extension of that. I forgot about PlayStation 2 I got into for Mortal Kombat, and then I'm missing the prior one. Oh, PlayStation 4. So PlayStation 4 I got because of the DOA 5 carryover from the 360 era, and possibly because of Witcher 3. But for the most part, PS4, I was a late adopter. I got it a year later, and we've been running off that and Xbox 360 ever since. And now it's kind of like we are, at least 2, 3, how many years into PlayStation 5? And I'm like, there's been nothing. But here we go, throw a good Team Ninja game, even though it's a remaster and a rebuild. It's go time, why not? So I mean, this honestly has even, some more fun content than even its predecessor. And it's hard for me to even pick which one I like better, because they're both awesome. So that's a little bit of my background here. So as far as the PlayStation 5, I know I'm kind of getting, detoured talking about some of the whole Team Ninja thing here, but I'm obviously really used to the PlayStation 4 interface. And, so I think I'm still partial to that. I mean, this does have some nice features on it. I mean, and I've kind of reduced and, made the, more of an offline account here, so we don't have as much to worry about. But things are, positioned in different locations now. So I'm not sure now. I'm not too concerned about the whole media side. I get it if people use their console for a lot of their streaming stuff. I don't do that. When I want to watch something, I'm either throwing a Blu-ray in, or I'm watching on my computer, and that's pretty much it. So that that does nothing for me. I guess as far as the console or the controller goes, I think this is the first deviation they've really had from the traditional PlayStation structure, and I think you'll like it. It's heavy. It's very nice looking. So I'll take some getting used to, I think. And so overall, I mean, and I did get the disc version because that's going to help us keep some of our PlayStation 4 content going. There are a couple games which we have not started up on the Rec Room yet, which will get enhancements. I think on the list were XCOM 2, Resident Evil 1. I don't know. I can't remember if Resident Evil 5 did or not, but I mean, we haven't quite gotten to Resident Evil because from a mercenary standpoint, there's a lot of content that I would like to do. But at the same time, though, some of these older titles, I'm like, you know what? We've already committed game saves, and these are offline things. I am not about to try to start any of these from scratch. As somebody asked me the last week of like, hey, so the grind going to start all over? Short answer is no, not happening. So it's exciting to have it, and we'll do some more talking about the PS5 possibly in weeks ahead. So I guess my one detractor from the upgrade is that this constant push for digital. So you can tell my age is setting in, that I picked up the console mid-afternoon. I let it sit in the box for a few hours, then finally opened it, then finally set it up, and then you wait for the downloads. So Ninja Gaiden Black clocks in around 80 gigs, give or take. And of course, you can start playing the game a little bit. So once it hit that threshold, maybe about the 30% mark, I tried it, but that one didn't even load the English subtitles or the English language, and it only allowed play of the first level. So I'm like, what is the point of this? So because I tried doing a couple other things and had a couple games queued up, I mean, I didn't get to really see anything else on the game within the first, until after midnight, essentially, even though I may have started around 5, 6 p.m. So the other thing I don't like is that now that everything's digital, I'm struggling to figure out, okay, what's the key art? What's the box art supposed to look like? They've got pictures of Hayabusa all over the place, but there's no physical disc. So how am I supposed to know? For me, it's nice to take a picture of the cover that's on the shelf, use that for all of our visuals, and good to go. So I did see as an exception that Play Asia is going to be supporting a physical copy of this. It will probably be an Asia release, but the good thing is a lot of this stuff is region free, or at least it's not an issue anymore. So that's not coming out till March, but I do have in mind to support that because I can't stand not having a physical product. And unfortunately, the couple of other games that we've picked up so far, they do not have physical stuff either. But at least for Ninja Gaiden, it's high profile enough that I'm figuring they figured that some people out there will buy it, self included. So that will hopefully help. So it's kind of cool to see that this game already has over 4,000 people watching on Twitch, and that's well over the less than 1,000 people that have actually started following the game. So clearly there's some activity. Now, on the Rec Room, we're not exactly chasing the latest and greatest. I mean, if there is opportunity of something that I'm playing and have access to it right away, definitely don't want to wait. But in this case, it's a few days out already, and clearly people have already been playing the game. So why not leverage that, especially if it's a title that I'm super excited about. So I'm going to cover just a couple more things here real quick on a little backstory of, leading through the titles that I have here. But then we're going to hit the ground running, and use that expression, and take on the first level. But first, I see we got a shout out from Chairman, who's joining us on YouTube, and he says, "Evening from Virginia, and it's good to see us." So thanks for hanging out here on a Sunday. I know it's not our usual time, but hopefully catch you at a time we're not doing anything too wild and crazy. So yeah, just real quick to show you my history. So I got into Ninja Gaiden. Now I'm not into any of the classics. That kind of came and went before I ever had the ability to. And as I've emphasized in the past, I don't do stuff that's highly repetitive and reflex oriented. So I couldn't go back and do the NES ones. I know they were included with the original Xbox, but it's like that's too much. So I got into the original Xbox One in 2004. And then Itagaki and Team Ninja put out Ninja Gaiden 2 on the 360, got into that, but I really even started to enjoy the franchise more once they started making more characters playable. The thing was, I was not part of the PlayStation 3 ecosystem, and then they made Ninja Gaiden Sigma. So I had to track this one down. This is the collector's edition for PlayStation 3, and they made a few off levels with Rachel. And then, of course, they started going down this path of doing the same kind of thing on the PlayStation side. So at least at some point, I did get a PlayStation 3. And this is the collector's edition for Sigma 2. So I've been pretty familiar with these spin-offs that they had. Then after that, they released both of those on the PlayStation Vita. And what do they do? Of course, they add extra content for the handheld. So I'm kind of like, well, I chased that down, and I was absolutely disappointed because there's a few costumes. I don't know if there's some mode difference stuff, but those games suffered from absolute frame dropping on the handheld. So I played it once or twice, and I'm like, this ain't cool. So thankfully, I was ecstatic when they made the Master Collection, which we've already seen here, because not only did they put these out with probably some texture add-ons, they actually included the content from the PlayStation Vita. So to me, this was the definitive edition. Granted, the only thing missing was the feature, the structuring of the levels going from Ninja Gaiden 2 to Ninja Gaiden 2 Sigma. And I think this game, Ninja Gaiden Black, is based on that. But so far, it looks like they have included all the other levels. And I just think, one of the other things that held me off was because I wanted to go Ninja Gaiden 2 and then 2 Sigma, because you can see the radical difference with the blood and the effects, the dismemberment that happened in Ninja Gaiden 2. Now, in the modern versions on the PlayStation side, they all had this nerfing of the blood in which you got this purple ethereal mist that would come out of the enemy, and it just doesn't even look right. So, I mean, I can understand why you would want to tame some of that. That's perfectly fine, but to remove it altogether from a feature standpoint is just pretty crazy. So it is wild that they have now restored that and not only done the effects, but they have rebuilt this game now in Unreal Engine. And because of knowing some of the underpinnings of DOA and Ninja Gaiden, they have used proprietary engines for years. Now they're using Unreal, and it shows the amount of content that they have jammed into the backgrounds, the lighting. Now there's a couple of drawbacks, but for the most part, they're negligible compared to the overhaul. I've seen some comparisons on YouTube, and what I've seen of this in a small form already is just absolutely gorgeous. So I am looking forward to checking this out. And as a disclaimer, this is not a complete, it's a blind playthrough, not blind playthrough. So I only played through the first level, played through a couple tag missions, But we're going to get in the first level and explore, see how far we can get in the time that we have, and also barring any technical issues and drops, because it has been an absolute disaster the past few streams. I think it was because of their internet service provider, and we have not seen any hiccups yet, so we are going to forge ahead, plunge onward. I'm going to mix my idioms all up here, but here we go. Time to take on some Ninja Gaiden 2 Black, and I should probably start the audio a second ago there. So this is already wild. This is the classic Team Ninja logo, and they have rebuilt this. You see, like, the detail in the waves now. They've got more particles, I think, once you get the rays. This is just beautiful. I mean, and granted, this logo looked pretty dated before, but I think they've been able to improve their draw distance, and it just looks awesome. So I'm trying to see if there's anything else I was forgetting from my notes, because I did have a couple more things on the notes today, but nothing overall of substance. Okay, so this is brand new for the Rec Room account here. We are starting from scratch, from the bare bones. So we may have a couple settings here. So when I tried this, when the game was only partially downloaded, it said English, but both the language and the subtitles were in Japanese, so I don't know what that was all about. Now, it shows a ninja here, and I can see the ninja on, my screen, but I can't see it very well from the stream, so I'm going to bump this up a pinch, and I hope that is at least optimal for you guys as well. Hopefully not too dark. And we are playing, you know what, there's one other thing I want to do here, because I think we're probably still playing on Turtles mode here. Let me check my filters real quick. Oh yeah, we're still on Turtles mode here. There we go. Hopefully that boosts the brightness a little bit. Hopefully it doesn't get too saturated. Okay. So this is pretty cool. They've redone everything, the UI and all this stuff. So I don't know how much the original had in terms of draw distance in the background, and I'm sure a lot of that stuff is low poly, but it is pretty cool. They can see pretty far. You got the lights on the buildings, and they got all the ships flying around. We'll see a little bit more of the detail, the juice, as we get going. So one thing that's missing right here is, I was like, where's the tag missions? Where's the options? So I think they don't show up until you've at least finished the first level, which makes sense, because this is known to be a difficult game. So it makes sense to walk them through the first level. And the reason I'm laughing here is because Call to Stealth is popping in on Twitch, and he says, are we going to need our tarps? You will see for yourself. At a minimum, you're going to want a full spectrum umbrella or something. So this is kind of interesting. Starting with Ninja Gaiden 1, they started coming up with these modes to help soften the difficulty for those who just want more of the cinematic action experience. I'm not necessarily sure that I could handle very hard, but I know I have completed some forms of Ninja Gaiden, I think on the hard difficulty for the sake of costumes, but we're starting out on normal here just because I could probably breeze through this for the most part. No, I'm called a self. Let's play on hard. No. Short answer, no. We'll do that later. It makes for extra content. So yeah, they've totally changed all this. They've changed the saving icon. It has pretty much been overhauled top to bottom, at least the looks of it. And yet, despite that overhaul, everything feels the same. So I can't imagine what this took to completely shift it from one engine to another. Granted, even if you have your original assets, you've still got to take into account other physics things, the lighting. So this is just so beautiful. I mean, you got the sakura petals, the water. Looks like it's snowing. You got the lighting on all the industrial stuff. This is just beautiful. Draw distance. And I think the TV I'm on is only even 720p. And yet, the thing is, it's about whether the console can handle it or not. So, I mean, it may not, I may not be streaming at 4K like some other streamers, but at least this is noticeable, the differences. So Chairman's popping over on Twitch to join over there too, and says you're watching news on YouTube about all the deportations. Yeah, there's plenty of that going on.
You don't have a clue where I can find Ryu Hayabusa?
No one knows where a ninja goes.
I got to comment on that here in a second.
At the Hayabusa village, he could be halfway around the world. Sonia, was it? Do you have business with Ryu?
I do.
And what might that be?
So as mentioned, her hair looks a little rough.
Concerns the Archfiend.
Oh,
But man, his beard looks great. Eyebrows. Look at the ambient lighting. Get your tarp ready, call to stealth. Boom! Some desert eagles. All I gotta say is her skin tone looks amazing compared to what it used to be. She used to be like very, very pale, and now she looks a lot more like just natural colored skin tone. Looks very kind of artificial before. These guys look a little dead-eyed, but you know, the texture details in their cloth. So he did the moral thing of checking his target, but it didn't do him a very good job because he checked his target, and guess who's here? See ya. I mean, that physics stuff alone had to take some work to get that converted from whatever they had previously. Hey, who put that there? So there's a little bit of an issue with some of the shadows and stuff. Minor stuff, though, overall. I mean, I'm noticing that there's some dirt on his costume now.
I expected more, you Hayabusa.
All right, so I'm going to pause here for a sec, real quick. So, basically, the main menu gives us option to all of our projectiles and other things, which we'll find more as we go. But so, Chairman's saying they've already found 75,000 of missing children, which is actually fantastic. Saying over the past 4 years, so that's good. So, I don't think we have too much trafficking going on here, but yeah, good news is always good news. So the thing I was going to remark about that conversation with Muramasa, I go to watch one of the first streams I see, and I don't know his name, so I'm not going to necessarily throw him under the bus here, but one of the guys that was covering this immediately with now I make fun of Muramasa too. He's got the old crackly high-pitched voice. It's funny, right? And then he kept saying, "Nobody knows where the ninja goes." And he kept saying it over and over again. And it's like it compelled me to stop his stream because it was so annoying how much he repeated it. I mean, so for me, it's a pet peeve, like, to repeat something obsessively. And I'm sure I'm the wrong person to have doing commentary when watching a movie, so I get it. But at the same time, it was driving me nuts. So, and Sharon saying, so we have trafficking here, just never on the news. Oh yeah, I 100% agree with you. I know what's going on, and it doesn't get covered. So I mean, that's why there is such an emphasis on covering it. But I guess I just meant more from a gaming standpoint that I don't know. Yeah, I'm trying to keep things relevant, in correlation. Obviously I don't mind talking about stuff, but I kind of get in a groove here, and then I'm like, what was I talking about? So, I mean, they've got the dismemberment. Well, I take that back. The dismemberments weren't removed to begin with. They still had them, but when you look at the blood splatter on the ground, that was completely removed from the Sigma versions. And I'll try it. Yeah, so he's missing his leg now, and then you can go into the animation. It's just like a fire hose of ketchup. So it's basically certain strikes will either remove a limb, a leg, or a head. Well, actually, no. Well, they could have a head removed in some of the mystical creatures. Gotta be some good physics going on there.
Oh, why, if it isn't Ryu.
They were minions of the Black Spider clan.
I hate black spiders, thanks to the first game.
Indeed they were. We haven't heard from them in a while.
Who was the woman?
The lighting,
You don't know her?
the details on his
Neither do
costume,
I.
his costume.
You couldn't save her? She was looking for you. She said it was about the Archfiend.
Well, that changes things.
The Archfiend.
Oh, just the metallic stuff, the detail on his headpiece, so great. You're saying turn down the graphics a little because it's kind of laggy. Well, there's not really anything I can do about it. That's probably the bit rate. So the bit rate, if anything, is causing that. Try to think. I don't know. If I turn the bit rate down, you get even less information, and I'm not even I'm not playing on the PC. from a frame rate standpoint, it used to do that on the consoles in the past. I mean, so from a hardware standpoint, it's playing fine. So I'll try not to be zipping around too much. I'll try to slow down on some of this. Yeah, I can tell it's chugging a little bit in the overlays, but I probably won't notice till watching the replay. Because I believe you, I'm sure it's chugging a bit over there. And also to keep an eye on the bit rate here, we'll make sure, so hopefully we don't have any disconnects still. So just to admire the scenery here, so I think they worked there before, but those spotlights, I mean, they're all animated, even the ones in the distance. That tower is one of our objectives, which we'll see a little bit more up close, but you got all these buildings, the flying cars, the pedals. I didn't think they could make this game necessarily any better, you know, but they did. And also, here's another little feature I noticed. I don't remember this being in the old one, but if you're zooming in on a barrier, there are so many games that haven't didn't do this in the past, but now it like makes the fence disappear, so you're not blinded by the foreground object between you and the character. So we got these boxes here. Here's where our goodies are at. So it's kind of interesting. They didn't have the little particle effects on them before. Like the lighting here is real time. I mean, it's just rotating around. It's redrawing the lighting. There is a box in here. See, look, they got all these particle effects. This is like gold fireflies and stuff like that. So Muramasa apparently hightailed it after. Wait a minute, where's the desk at? You know, in the cutscene we can see the desk, and that table's not here anymore. Or the table, I should say, not desk. Call the stealth. I'm going to kick you out of the stream. He's saying it would be better if Mario was in it. No, it wouldn't. You get perma-banned. So, and here's something else I'll have to compare once I get back to the Master Collection. I've noticed in Tomb Raider, you have rooms like this, which would be all static, but, I mean, it looks like they hollowed out the geometry if it hadn't been already. So, those are just little things I noticed, you know, the lighting, and, I mean, even those, the planks, the texture details on the entire levels all look like they've probably been improved. And there I am standing, enjoying the scenery, I get myself cut in the face. Now, this isn't going to be all that difficult. I've kind of got my muscle memory down for Izuna drops since I've been using Hayabusa so much in Warriors Orochi. Now, the command sequence is a little bit different, but I still have it down for the most part. Now, in Warriors Orochi, I didn't have to block and dodge quite so much, so that's going to change things. Now, what I'm going to do here is just flicks the blood off the sword, or any of his weapons for that matter. I'm actually looking to see if the blood dissipates, which it looks like it's kind of doing. Looks like the blood eventually fades, too. But that was one of the things that Itagaki really used to promote Ninja Gaiden 2, was those dismemberments and the blood, because the first game basically, there's a blood splatter, and then you move on. So also, they did change. Here's one thing, you know, me being a perfectionist about version. They did change the icon in the upper left. That dragon is now far more detailed, but it basically just had an angular metal symbol. Now, if you notice the red on the health bar, so basically he has regenerating health now, but if you take too many hits, it'll get filled up by the red health bar, but now they built in regeneration when you save, so that'll reset that. So you didn't have that in the first game, so it's kind of like, okay, we heard you, it's too complicated, we get it. So they built in some little, you know, quality of life things as far as a sequel goes that, you know, helped it for the most part. I don't think I have any major complaints going how they did that going from 1 to 2. I mostly just kind of gauge it on basically what it looked like on Xbox versus PS3, and then now the Master Collection. All right, getting wrecked here. I got dodged like crazy. And I think I got used to having to dodge on the trigger on the Xbox, so when I first was tinkering with it yesterday, I'm like, I had the dodge all wrong. And I should have my Flying Sparrow attack here. Well, let's do it this way. A little too close quarters. So he has, so I was not going to show it now until he's in action, but that dodging move looks far more ethereal and particle. I think I used to like it when it was more of a shadow, like in Street Fighter, but again, it's a minor thing, can't really complain, because it does look more fancy and more modern. So, this may have been there before. His feet are clipping a little bit through the floor, but I'm sure most people don't care about that kind of stuff. Too busy fighting stuff. So the yellow essence counts as, you know, spending cash. The blue replenishes health, and then once we get the ninpo, we'll be able to start shooting. And I can see some minor issues there with the lighting as the chopper passes, but nothing nothing to really gripe about. Alright, here we go. Dismemberment. Oh, no! He caught me. These guys are even more dangerous. Like, once you take a limb off, they will literally do, like, suicide maneuvers. So that little blue thing, that little blue ethereal dash is what I was talking about. That used to look a little differently before. There he goes. Yeah, he wanted to completely light me up once I took his leg off there. So the animations are kind of repetitive based on the enemy type. You know, there's about 3 or 4 different kinds. If their arm gets taken off, he'll do one. If the leg gets taken off, he'll probably decapitate him. And so there'll be a couple different animations at least. So, yep, there's one down here. So I kind of, even though I don't need to pick this up, it's basically their tutorial of like, hey, here's how you do this basic technique. So I could have skipped that, but for sake of being thorough the first time through, I'd probably still do it on consecutive playthroughs, but... Okay, so examined. No, again, another tutorial thing. So the dismemberment is essentially what they're calling the obliteration technique. I guess that would probably be the proper thing to call. So these guys already all have an arm missing, or a leg, and I didn't catch that one. Ah! See? Oh! Yeah, these guys will, like, hit you with an exploding kunai if you don't catch them. Get off the wall. There we go. So he takes his leg off, then take his head off. And there's nothing complicated about it. You don't need a massive command string. It's just literally hit the heavy attack, and you're good. And this is a staple of Ninja Gaiden, being able to dodge. I mean, if you can master that, it's pretty much all you need for the skill standpoint, at least with my novice understanding. If anybody's doing anything far more advanced than that, then I probably don't have the skill for it. So in the first game, you would get these increases to your life bar. Now, they actually auto-increase. You can't save it and try to use it during a fight. And there it goes. So it actually goes red, but then it replenishes as well. So they don't have the camera reset. And I don't remember if it was the Ninja Gaiden 2 issue or if it's this, but the R1 button now will flip the camera around, but the camera does do a lot better than it used to anyway, so the camera used to lag pretty heavily behind Ryu in the first game. So Crystal Skull is the collectible that was mostly in the first one. And there's either 30 of them or 50 of them, and I'll probably always miss a couple like I usually do. And then there's a ladder back up if you miss, but you can see the nice residential complex here. He gives out trophies in the beginning for the basic tutorial stuff. Yeah, that's a real accomplishment. Yeah, clean up, aisle 2. Call stealth, did you bring your mop? Is he dead, or is he getting back up? No, he's dead. He's dead. So you can also use the you also use the essence to charge up the the power attack, the ultimate or whatever it's called. I was struggling in the original when we were playing on the Xbox. I don't know if they made that easier to do or if it was just essence dependent originally. I mean, clearly it did make it easier, but it just... I would have had to go back and figure out why it was not working correctly. So Call of Stealth says, might need a hose. Yeah, well, these guys essentially are the hose. Need something to clean up from the red hose. Why must we fight close quarters? That's not very nice. Yeah, so that was an arm one. He jumps up and slashes them from behind. Versus the leg one, he'll take off the other leg, and then when they're at ground level, he'll take their head off. So... I don't know if I looked at the water quite as much last time, and I don't know if this... I think the TV I'm playing on might actually be 720. I don't know if it's full 1080p or not, because it does look a little grainy. Almost looks a little better than what you're seeing. I'm seeing some particles a little bit, and again, or I mean, I guess artifacts might be the proper term. Don't really care. It still looks really good. We're going to be over there in a second, and there's part of the area we can run across, but man, the draw distance is still fantastic. I mean, even, like, I don't remember if all these things were here. I was watching a comparison, and there were some basic areas like this where there may have been, like, say, maybe those end statues or things would have been there, and then suddenly they replaced it by putting trees in there. I mean, look, even that tree in the background's got some kind of physics and wind animation on it. Totally not necessary, but looks awesome. So, Art of the Inferno is just the, ooh, ninja magic. So now we have... those, and he'll probably give us a trophy for hitting the guys with one of them. He'll basically just hit one target. I mean, it puts an icon. I've never figured out if you can actually select which one, or if it's just whichever one's in front of you. And these guys are dodging my Izuna drop, or at least... And it keeps nagging you. I mean, even with all these little tutorial things, it's still lesser than Ninja Gaiden 3. Oh wait, we don't talk about Ninja Gaiden 3 because it's that terrible. I mean, that game is trying to spoon-feed you, trying to tell you how to play the thing. So obnoxious. So the red replenishes the Ninpo. And then these guys. We got the useless throwing stars, which do virtually nothing. There we go, there's the Zuna drop. Is there a skull or something up there that I missed? No, it's just the AC. There's no way. Because there's probably, I'm finding there's a couple things that I'm missing. There was one area I thought there was a skull, and I just couldn't find it. So it's going to require me doing some sleuthing on the internet. So this did not have any little collectible down here. Tutorial or other. Dude, fix your scarf, man. He does a physics-driven scarf. Ninja... Ryu Hayabusa is scared of what's ahead that he put the scarf over his face. That's fantastic. Couldn't do that again if I tried. Alright, so there's not really anywhere else to jump down. Level, same stuff. Disappearing railing, very cool. You can even see the reflection off the wood post there. Alright, these guys are going to come across first, so might as well not bother. Probably going to fall in the hole anyway. Oh, or get knocked in the hole. Come on down here, clowns. Ah, can't get these in drop working correctly. Oh, cut them in half. Usually that takes off their head. I wasn't expecting to take off their torso. Wow. Alright, get the blood off your sword, man. Oh, he just puts it away. Eh, we'll clean the case later. For the sheath. Alright, ninja. At least I don't have to make fun of you as bad, you know, because Hayabusa, master of doors and switches in Ninja Gaiden 1. Slow animations to over every door imaginable. There we go. Oh, nope. I didn't get that one right. Oh, I got one, I guess, off that. And splat. There we go. Alright, as far as looks like bit rate's okay. I mean, I'm trying to be conscious of taking a few moments on the scenery and stuff, but during the action, I don't know how much I can slow it down, because if I hesitate, I die. So this one's got a broken ladder, so you have no choice but to do the bird flip all the way up. This is another beautiful section, all the petals and everything. Look, those trees look modeled to the nth degree. Oh, quit flopping around like a dolphin. Trying to stab me. Zuna drop you from the tree. Alright, that's the end of that. So gorgeous. I mean, that's just like picturesque. Need to, like, you know, wallpaper, that kind of stuff. Okay, so there's a couple different things I can do here. We got to go down that path. However, there's a chest over this way. I mean, even the water. I mean, you know, I don't know how much of this you guys will be able to see, but I mean, it looks like there's still refraction on the water. If not, whatever's below it. But I mean, the two things that are most difficult to get right in a video game, or at least the two most common things, I think, are hair and water, because they're things you see every single day. So your brain kind of knows how they should look, and when a video game doesn't do it right, it's obvious. So there's plenty of other things like cloth physics and stuff. Once you start getting into wild things like that, Steam, not nearly as big a deal. It's in the distance, but you know, physics is just crazy stuff that systems can't do easily to make look realistic without a lot of effort or a lot of processing power. Oh, you should be dead. Oh, you're still not dead. How about now? Are you convinced yet? I got both of them. So, nothing to see here. But I was watching this. You can see the light reflecting off the pipes. Everything. So here's the waterfall that we were just looking at from down below. We're going to run across that platform over there here in a second. See all the flying cars, the spotlights. Just so cool taking in the scenery on this game. Most of the time. Unless you're standing in a tunnel, it's not all that exciting. So basically, if you get 9 of these, you get health increase, and it does activate them automatically. So before we go across the bridge, there's a little item down here sitting on a boat. And again, there's the the 2 Tokyo towers that we got to get to toward the end here. It's one of the things that Team Ninja, you know, whether it was Itagaki or the team or whoever was responsible, just there's just such, although they're kind of linear levels, it just still, the way they weave in and about, I just haven't seen that replicated so well, where you have nice draw distances and can see areas you're headed to. Some things are just so blah, and that's probably why I've been partial to Team Ninja stuff in the last 20 years. I mean, you get even the water splashes. The water splashes look good, even. Pardon me while I nerd out here. Alright, yep. I knew there's more guys coming here. Hey, you interrupted me. Ninja interrupted. No, you're not dead. There you are. From downtown. Make me jump up there again. I mean, stones look great. I mean, I even noticed that the blood, I mean, you can even see the shading of the blood adjust based on the camera angle, because the light's going to be hitting it and bouncing off differently. So it looks a little darker. Then as you come up, I mean, the saturation totally changes. And it even kind of like soaks into, I mean, it's not soaking into the rock, but it's the mechanism they use to fade it out. You know, because a lot of games, either a bullet hole in the wall might be permanent or have a lifespan, in which case it would finally disappear after a certain amount of time. So it looks like the blood kind of uses traditional video game, you know, approach to simulate the realism. Oop, missed. And there's a dude hitting with an arrow from up there. There's one. Oh, I guess we went for the pinwheel of death on that one. So he's sitting there where you can't reach him, and there's a crystal skull up there, so trying to hit him with ninja stars is a little ridiculous here. You didn't like that, did you? His head is still rolling. I've noticed that before. So basically, even the, you know, the body parts have physics on them. The post-mortem. Alright, so these guys are coming along. Now, if this were Gears of War, he'd be like, hey, I'm going to shoot this kerosene tank and light it on fire, but I don't think you can do that. It's just like background, and what I refer to as background noise. So these guys are coming along. I'm going to end up getting knocked down one of these holes here, so I'll come back for this ladder in a second. Now you're dead. Yep, see the leg just keeps rolling. Would not have expected that. Okay, let's jump down here. Make sure we grab everything. Must be thorough. Thorough ninja is thorough. Some blue. Oh, where'd you guys come from? Oh, he didn't get the drop. No, missed again. Sluggish ninja, also sluggish. Okay, I think there was something down here in the end. I mean, I was even admiring the bricks in the windows last night. It's like they've got real-time reflections on the windows. And the brick's not perfect if you get up real close to them, but pretty solid at a distance. There's no one of those. Go up, ninja. At least I don't have to hit a ladder. Pull a splinter cell, be like, must be 90 degrees, must hit the button with the exact still frame timing, and then you may climb the ladder. Oh, these guys are all agile, too. Splat. Man, goodness, even the wind on those leaves. Fantastic. Acrobatic ninja time. Okay, save point. Okay. We'll take that. Yeah, the one thing is this game doesn't have a lot of off-the-beaten-path stuff like, say, Tomb Raider. It's pretty linear in its items. I mean, I think at higher difficulties, your resource management might matter a little bit more. I don't know, just I guess with a reasonable amount of skill. I mean, obviously I haven't even used any of the health yet. It's reasonably forgiving at normal difficulty. Wait, is that going to close on us? So, I don't remember when this took place, but the very first version had nothing of note here, but I felt like the Sigma versions included a boss fight with a giant Buddha statue, so I don't know if I'm confusing something with Hayabusa or when Momiji comes back through here for her portion. Also, I'm just now noticing that they got more leaves, but they're all green now instead of the Sakura petals. Oh, then we got the wizards. Ninja versions of wizards. Those guys are very similar to the ones in Ninja Gaiden 1. Just marginally different design, but they still throw fireballs and a little bit more of a bladed weapon. Oh, this these guys circle around to the left, and then therefore you can't catch them in the upward launch. Let me get the blue. Whoa, I don't even know what it is. I looked down for a second, I don't even know what I hit. Yeah, you can summon a volcano there or what? Get out of here. Yeah, like on the PlayStation Vita version, granted a mobile is going to have lower poly models, lesser textures. This game was it was like the Vita version was essentially unplayable. Like it would I mean, so what you guys might be seeing for lag might still be less than what that system did from a playability standpoint. Okay, that's a mess. Clean up aisle 2. Okay, yeah, so there's like no boss fight. It was just a rush of enemies here. Hayabusa's gonna have chalk outlines everywhere. So that gate did technically close. There's no going back. Ninja Gaiden 2 doesn't have nearly as much repeat level navigation as 1 did. 1 had like a ton of areas where you keep traversing through the Vigorian Empire again. After this one, after we leave Sky City, Tokyo, we're not coming back. So, I mean, plus or minus, I mean, granted, it feels like there was more thought in the design because you don't actually have to revisit old locations. But at the same time, if you feel like you missed an item, it's not really that big of a deal either. So I'm going to do this. I'm going to save first. See, I wasn't sure if, like, maybe when you grab this thing, if the boss were to show up. But now I prefer the katana even over the new staff, which is called the Lunar. Or I call it the Lunar instead of Lunar. But for the sake of... what's the word? Variety. I'll switch to that for now. Just like in Ninja Gaiden 1, you can level most of the weapons up to a level 3. And there was a lunar staff in Ninja Gaiden 1, but it did not have any of these blades. This thing's got like a corkscrew blade on either end, plus like a spear tip. It's pretty visceral. I mean, it's got range, but again, I can't Izuna drop with it, so that's why I end up favoring the katana. So yeah, there's the ultimate technique, which you can activate faster by absorbing the yellow essence. That's a pretty cool poster. I love the blue and the purple on that. Yeah, see, he doesn't Izuna drop. He does, like, more of this pinwheel spin. But he does have some of these other fast attacks. Oh, that hurt. Which does help for range. Man, I'm getting annihilated now. Alright, you want some of this, too? Now, each of the weapon does have different, obliteration techniques, so that does also add a little variety. So instead of like decapitating, you might do something different altogether. So meanwhile, I was trying to enjoy this nice artwork here when I got rudely attacked. So it's kind of cool that this is kind of like, in one sense, a futuristic city, but it's got all this vertical elevation to it, but still got some of these, like, you know, cyberpunk-esque kind of elements to it. Because clearly it's a modernized city, even though it's still got the decor of ancient Japan. Oh, I don't know if I noticed him last time. Oh, so notebooks. Yeah, this has got like those guys that died and were talking about stuff. And this guy's looking like he's writing a poem or something I don't really feel like reading. Wake up, obliterate, open your eyes and obliterate. Okay. I mean, even this stuff has got extra detail to it. I mean, hey, who like, in a development world, who cares about animating pond water? But seriously, it just looks cool. I wouldn't have even expected that. I mean, he did a part... I mean, you can stop him part way in the walk animation. He's got 1 foot up, 1 foot down. Huh. I don't know if I've noticed that in many games, because usually they don't do stairs. Usually it's a ramp that looks like stairs, and they don't actually have a full stair-stepping. Oh, that's just telling you can do the ultimate with stuff to absorb. Well, duh. Play Ninja Gaiden for 3 years and you'll figure that out. They still use the classic vase breaking sound, which I've heard in other games or movies somewhere. Alright, Grains of Spiritual Life is full health thing, which again, still haven't really used here. So we've got 3 partials, 1 full, and then 2 of the mushrooms, which are for the Ninpo. I mean, so I still haven't had to use a single power-up yet. May not need to till I get to the boss, unless I screw something up really bad. You know, nice little Zen garden. Disrupt the whole thing here. Oh, you can. Never mind. I take back what I said. You apparently can in a drop of this. I'm an idiot. Or just forgetful. Ruining the garden, man. So he's got this nice figure 8 maneuver, which if you just keep that running, you're going to catch a few more hits, and you might catch more enemies, which like to hit you from behind, as Ninja Gaiden enemy behavior tends to do. I mean, it's even amazing that the Izuna drop is context sensitive, that if you hit a ceiling, he doesn't keep flying upward. That's right, raise the portcullis. Okay, so we came from that one. Oh, this goes to the same place, never mind. So the interesting timing is, we've been collecting yellow essence the whole time, and I'm like, why would it tell us that now? Well, it's because there's actually the store is like right outside the door, so they're telling you right before you would actually run across that. Alright, cut it out. Make a mess. Somebody want to interior decorate to the color red? Alright, so I think there's a little... Wait a minute. Oh, I guess there was no side room here. I thought there was for some reason. Oh, you guys want to fight in here, huh? And that spin may even sometimes decapitate them on the first sequence. What a gory mess, Ryu. What's wrong with you? Crunch. Anybody order the extra ketchup? So yeah, the light goes on when he's technically home or available. I don't know why I thought there'd been something. Oh, I can walk over. No, I can't walk any further than that. I kept thinking there might have been something over here, but it doesn't seem like there's anything hidden that I can find. Okay, so I got exactly, or not exactly, but just enough to upgrade one of the weapons. So we can either upgrade the Dragon Sword for 10k or the Lunar for 10k. I'm going to rely upon this one a lot more, so even though we're not using it right now, I'll upgrade this one while we're here. I mean, and again, I don't even need to spend the money on health, so what's the point? You can even admire these palm trees. Pine trees, not palm trees. It's kind of... Those look a little large on the needle side. Granted, I don't even know. I mean, they might be some regional botany here, but otherwise, everything still looks pretty cool here. Still got the flying vehicles, which, again, totally an extra. You wouldn't even need that. I mean, they may have still been in the original game, which they're just more prominent. Oh, yeah, bats! Blood, blood! So this is the area where I thought there was another skull, but I couldn't find it. It felt like there was somewhere I needed to jump from, but if there is, I'm going to have to revisit like a walkthrough to figure out where it's at. More leaves blowing in the wind. So I think this is just for the wall run. Shadowless footsteps. Dead ninja talking about how he failed. There was something around here. I could have sworn it. Where else it would be? And there's invisible walls, so you can't just arbitrarily jump somewhere you're not meant to go. First level's a little bit more forgiving on the hazards. We gotta teach them how to play before we throw them into the deep end. Except everything in Ninja Gaiden is the deep end. Oh, Chairman has let me know those are bonsai trees. Well, I mean, they're pretty tall because I'm so used to thinking of bonsai trees in this little small variety that, you know, you see a feature that, you know, people will, you know, put on a desk almost like in an ornamental fashion. So I appreciate the correction there. I didn't know they got to be that tall. Or I guess maybe that's why they keep them cultured and small so they don't grow full size. See, it seems like this guy... I mean, I know we're going to end up down there, but I don't know where else I could go in the meantime to drop down. Oh, okay, so you're saying based on the age, because, yeah, some trees get pretty tall based on the age. Yeah, redwood, for example. So, yeah, that would make sense if they're just ancient. Totally makes sense that way. If I were a botanist, which I'm not, I would totally know what I'm talking about. Okay, so I could run back this way, but there's nothing over here. I checked. So we pretty much just move forward. Hey, look, more dead ninja poetry. Nope, it's, that's the evasion thing. Pretty much, you gotta live on this, and all the other playable characters have their own equivalent of the dashing thing, so... Now these guys just hanging out on the roof, just waiting for random rogue ninja to come through. Chairman, are you noticing any performance difference between YouTube and Twitch, or is it about the same either way? These guys just don't quit. That's about the same spot I got that last time. It's probably the number of enemies. So it's kind of interesting. I think the PS4 may have done this. It may have only done screenshots, though, that I was noticing in the media gallery. There's all these, like, captures already, and I'm like, what is that for? I didn't capture anything. So apparently it captures about 14 seconds leading into your trophy. I mean, kind of interesting, but it's a video game trophy. What do I care? Left the grill on their... Oh, and I'm guessing the word grill is probably supposed to be grown. Left to grow on their own after been trimmed and had their limbs bent in a way that the person wanted. They can grow full size like a normal tree. Okay. I was not aware of that, so that does make sense. I mean, you know, trees and lizards probably the same thing. Give them the right environment to grow indefinitely. So you're saying performance seems to be about the same. Okay. And call to stealth if you're still here. You'll have to let me know if you're running into any lag issues either. And it's just kind of weird. We run down this path and have random cutscene. He's like, oh, let me go look at the building. I mean, it's a magnificent view. I mean, there's so much detail even in the structure and everything. But here, I'll explain what's kind of funny about this here in a second. And there's, unless that was a little bit, there's almost like no texture load in that you used to see in the older Unreal games. It's like you would load the scene and then the textures would load in on the geometry after the fact. So he somehow magically scales the outside of that tower only to discover he needs to go over to the other tower. It's like, hey, stupid ninja, why didn't you scale that tower the first time? Voice dictation screen, but yeah, no worries. I mean, I kind of figured that might have been some voice autocorrect kind of stuff, so you're not being graded, don't worry. Yeah, I would totally would have parasailed myself, no shoot, head first into, you know, glass to make Ketchup in another tower. Sorry, ninja. The princess you're looking for is in another castle tower. It's got some cool music too. There's some space in this game where it's got some pretty stellar beats. You got reflection on the interior wall here. Okay, so Call to Stealth is you are getting someone attacking as well. So it's just got to be so much activity. You know what? So I'm glad that we, on one hand, we've got the bandwidth thing issue. So we've been at this for an hour already, no drops. So I think it had to be a service provider. Since they upped my rate, I'm gonna see if, like, you know, see if we can't get the upload boosted up a little more. If I don't have to end up paying too much more a month, because now that we're doing this, and if it's the bit rate, I definitely may have to step up a little bit. And CPU performance is still decent. It still hangs out between 60, you know, around 60. Doesn't really start having a problem until the 70s. So you could probably juice a little bit more out of this thing. I mean, it's amazing. To me, this stuff just looks so awesome. I mean, I don't remember what the original interior looked like, but either way, the marble looks fantastic. You got the lights, and those lights are in the floor. You got light bloom. I mean, all that's reflecting off his costume. Pardon me while I nerd out some more. Yeah, I get it. Typing on cell phones is such a pain. And yes, the keyboard is way too small, I agree. Yeah, I agree. It would take forever to type out a paragraph or sentence. Like, yeah, you think, you know, all this technology, it's not always an improvement. I can't stand the keyboard now that I've, like, the software keyboard, now that I lost my hardware keyboard that I had on the phone for 6 years. So much more effective that way. Even if slow, I didn't have to hit autocorrect and redo and verify so many times. Minor gripe. Ooh, the moon is out. This was what I was also looking at. So the draw distance is like, what? Several miles? You know, by scale? So I was trying to figure out. One of the things that happens in gaming is they use something called a skybox. You know, so eventually you'll hit a point where it's a two-dimensional surface, and then at least through rotation and stuff, it'll simulate the effect. So I mean, to me, it looks like at least the stuff that's right beneath him is still 3D objects, but somewhere out there in the distance, it may actually become a 2D plane. But it, you know, you got all kinds of parallax things going on, so I don't know where that distinction is. But it's just one of those things I look at from, you know, game development and film things. We will Izuna drop for free all day long. You know what? Let's blow you guys up. He's not happy. I'd say we should take this outside, but at least take it outside the hallway. A little close quarters there. Okay, so I think I discovered that we got to go through that door over there, and that means this staircase is going to get blocked. So there's an item here. Love how he just kicks it open. Never mind, there was no lock attached to that. Oh. So you saying with dyslexia you might type it backwards anyway? Yeah, no worries. You know, but even then, I still would probably, you know, personally, even if I had dyslexia, I'd probably still trust it over, you know, what the autocorrect does. I despise autocorrect. Never gets anything right that I'm trying to type. Alright, so yes, the flying bird flip. I totally would flip my way up a elevator shaft. Need not a ladder. I mean, even this, I think this was one of the rooms that somebody did a side-by-side. Well, okay, I'll save the table talk after I'm done with these guys. Apparently I'm stuck on some rocks here. Oh, I know what with the lunar you don't get the flying swallow. You can't do the dashing one in the air and decapitate him because he does the spinning pinwheel. That's probably why I favor the katana or the dragon sword. So anyways, I was about to say, this is one of the areas I think they did a side-by-side, and you may have had like one or two objects, but now they've got fully, you know, decked out bamboo shoots and the rocks and the lanterns. So, you know, probably more noticeable going backwards, but my memory is a little spotty since it's been quite some time since I did play any of the updated versions of Sigma. Alright, so we can buy stuff. Check this out. We're like maximum of everything, except the grains of life. So we've got 3 smalls, we've got 2 full, 3 of these, and the talisman, which I guess I didn't even realize we have. The talisman is for the, if you die once, you basically get a reset. And we've only got 6,000, so that's not enough to level that up or level that up. So we're pretty much done here. Well, oh, they took his sound effect away, unless that was only in the first one. He used to be like, Gah! Yeah, every time you go in there, but I mean, that may have been Ninja Gaiden 1. So that's kind of unfortunate if that was in 2 and if they got rid of it, but I'll have to go back to the other one to verify at some point. What was that sound effect? That was like Looney Tunes. Wah, wah, wah. So Call to Stealth is asking, is this Koei? So technically, I mean, yes, in a way. I mean, Team Ninja used to be under Tecmo. Tecmo and Koei merged. So at least from a publisher standpoint, Koei is part of the umbrella, but from a development standpoint, it wasn't originally. So I don't know who's got control over the pocketbooks, but in a sense, yes. So sorry for the long explanation on that. I love how he's got that massive long swing at the tail end of that one. Alright, give me the blue. Would you stop doing your magic flying kicks? I'll decapitate you in the air. Alright, now that we've painted this town red, let's get out there. I mean, everything. I mean, Team Ninja's always been top of the game for character details and stuff. Well, you know, always pushing the limits. So I think some of their more recent remasters have just been not nearly as dramatic increases. But now this with the new lighting engine plus their existing skill. I mean, man, the fabric detail. Sorry. So, in typical Ninja Gaiden fashion, even the earliest bosses have been difficult, so this guy's... Alright, Predator. Oop, I gotta do this correctly. Typically, the bosses have been difficult. So, Ninja Gaiden 1, you had... what's his name? Man, I'm trying to blank on his name. It's not Doku, it's the other guy. Mirai. Mirai was difficult. The horses were difficult. Level 3. Hit or miss on level. By the time you start getting to level 3, start getting your skills in order, you start to balance out a little bit. But if you've never played these before, typically it's just an onslaught of destruction the first time playing these bosses. So this guy is no different. Even with having played Ninja Gaiden and then playing against this guy for the first time, doing the patterns and trying to figure out what you need to do, kind of complicated. But I played against him last night, had no issue. I mean, I probably had to use some health, but this guy's not really that big of a deal. He just basically charge up, and then if he rushes at you, you got a nice chunk of health, but he does do some annoying stuff. So I don't know what that was all about, but... Now, he does block that sometimes, but... And he does have projectiles. Did he heal? I think he healed from that. Oh, see right there, he blocked it, and I couldn't even tell. So I got to level 2 there. No, he blocked it. He's blocking the level 2. I don't know if I'm hitting. No, it doesn't look like I'm doing any damage to him. Get off me, spider. Yeah. Oh, he's like, if I'm hitting him while he goes to dash, it's not counting or something. There we go. No. Why, how come he's blocking that every time? There we go. So apparently... Ooh, oh, he is regenerating. And then there's his projectiles. Okay, so... I'll use a small one here, just to make sure I don't get caught with some ridiculously, like, half-life-stealing move. There we go. So I can apparently only charge level 1 if I'm not too far away. Or he blocks it if he's not in the middle of charging. I can't figure out what I'm doing wrong here. Oh, quit healing, you jerk. Nope, he blocks that. Oh, and then he caught me. So, unlike past games, you can actually pause sometimes in the middle of them doing something to you, but it's still kind of problematic here. Oh, there goes the sonic boom. Yeah, definitely gotta catch him with a level 1 in between the dash. No, don't want to do it that time. Use all my goodies here. How about we do this? Oh, that works. I've almost got him. At least the camera's kind of oh, whoa, he knocked me down. Camera's kind of working here. It might be enough. There we go. So basically he goes into a stun pose, and then... Oh! I almost let him get away. You gotta go do the obliteration technique. Yeah, sit down, ugly.
You're coming with us. Stop struggling. Take us up.
Signal strong. I mean, this guy's like precision with shurikens there. The fact that he didn't even hit Sonya still clipped her.
You can have her, Ryu Hayabusa. She's just a tool of the CIA. You bought us the time we needed. Ryu, I finally found you.
So, what does the CIA want with me?
We have a serious problem. The Fiends are trying to resurrect the Archfiend. We can't let that happen.
I see the agency's broadened its horizons.
Nah, if you knew the CIA.
They're heading for the Hayabusa
They're into the
They're
occult.
after the demon stuff.
Jeez. Things
Your
I've
plan
learned.
is in danger.
Yeah, I never knew Mount Fuji was the centerpiece of some demon resurrection. Okay, so there's chapter 1. So let us save. Okay. Now, before we proceed here, I'm going to take a quick break. I just want to take it back to the main menu for a sec first, though. You know what? No, I'll just leave it on the screen so I don't mess with anything. Okay, quick break, and then we'll proceed here with chapter 2. Whoops, I accidentally hit the intro there. So, pardon me while I fix my earpiece. Yeah, so man, they did a number even on these backdrop visuals. Nice scenic landscape. Can't remember if this thing starts out on fire, but kind of foreshadowing what's going on. And I'm going to check, let me just look around here real quick so I'm not lagging in the middle of the action here. So, alright, nothing unexpected, thankfully. And we are still in the green, so yeah, had to be the service provider if we've made it through an hour and a half, or just high bandwidth times last week. Oh, it is on fire. Okay, answers that question. Starts out with a... So I didn't realize that. I guess... I'll explain in a second.
Why am I not surprised?
How the vaunted dragon ninja bloodline has withered, Joe Hayabusa.
Your embrace of the evil way has consumed you.
Evil. The ninja way knows neither good nor evil.
Then you're an idiot.
Corruption of the soul is a fate that befalls the weak.
Enough talk. The ties that bind our clans are severed tonight. Bloodstains on my blade. Fool.
Nice landing. Man, such gorgeous colors. Scenery and the lighting. So, what I was about to say, so my understanding is that Joe Hayabusa is supposedly the Hayabusa that you're playing as in the original Ninja Gaiden series. So we don't see him at all in the first Ninja Gaiden from the 3D era. And I thought at one point his name was spelled J-O, but at least in the subtitles there, they spell it J-O-E, because, I mean, Joe's not a common Japanese name, so I thought if it was Joe, that would have been more of a, you know, I don't know, more of an Asian spelling or something, but no, at least the subtitles kind of give it an Americanized name, so I don't know. Always got to check behind us. Make sure there's not any things to pick up here. It's got foliage everywhere. So, that, you know, I was watching a couple early walkthroughs. Some of these areas have just been so embellished with detail. It's just, I mean, you got all the real-time light and shadows, you know, poking through here. Looks like these also are subject to the disappearing a little bit. I don't know if there's a name for that technique or not. Man, we got animated birds on the fly. What's this guy want? Uh-huh. He will be unstoppable, except he's now sucking dirt. So I don't know if that was to say, like, hey, that's the technique you're going to want here, because here comes these guys. So I think in one of the demo videos, somebody was playing the scene, but they had the blood and gore off, so... there we go. Oh, now that I've got level 2, we can do that twice. I forgot about that. So as we level up, it gets a little more nasty. I think we can examine something over here somewhere. There it is. Grave of Kiriha, his childhood friend, Shrine Maiden. So she's the one that died at the hands of Doku in the first game. So I don't remember that being in here, but doesn't mean it wasn't. I just forgot. So it's kind of interesting that they acknowledged her. So it's kind of like, you know, of course in video games, it's like, hey, if somebody's got a favorite character, not that it's just all that relevant, but it's like, oh, you can't kill everybody. It's almost like Momiji has been the replacement, because she is essentially a shrine maiden of his clan, and actually has combat ability, unlike Kiryu, who's seemed to just, you know, go down for cutscene and story reasons. So, at least in the first game, this was not overgrown. You could essentially jump over these walls almost. So, whether that's the natural progression of time or whether they, you know, loaded this with details again, you got bamboo shoots all over the place. So, what more can the company do to improve graphics? What is the next evolution in these games? Honestly, what would really matter? What more do you need to be convinced that you're in the world you're living in. So I mean, I can look at some of these and say, okay, yeah, you got some harsh edges, you got some. Oh man, that wind totally isn't realistic. So I think you're in an already visceral, surreal setting that almost portrays sometimes more detail than reality. Now, the only difference is how accurate it resembles reality. So I don't know. I don't know that there. I couldn't ask for anything more. I was already happy with, like I said, the with this one, which was just a spruced up version of prior. Make some smoother models, make more accurate textures. But now that you got the lighting and stuff, I can understand how much it makes a difference. But as I look at some of these backgrounds, sometimes it's like, I don't even know if I would notice that much if I were looking around in reality. I mean, there is a certain level of detail that your eye and your brain perceives, but the question is, how much is it needed to make a video game enjoyable? I don't know. So I'm happy with this. I wouldn't ask for any more. Oh, my favorite ninja dogs. These things are a nuisance. And these guys don't even have the kunai on them. Where are the ones that have the kunai on their legs? Oh, no, we got one with a sword in his mouth. Down, Fido. You are not Kuma, apparently. You are a nasty, evil dog deserving to die. Oh, pretend you are the dog outside that howls in the middle of the night. So, now, I kind of take back a little bit. This is kind of retreading old territory from the first game, but, man, it is visually different from the models, the atmosphere. So, can I go this way? You know what? Let's visit the shop first anyway. It's not like we have enough to upgrade. We'll probably find more of these, so I don't want to spend the money on those. Yeah, normally we could walk around here. But I think we go up through there. I could be wrong. I'm incompetent. I'm a failure. So the question, are these guys part of his clan, or are these guys... No, they look like they're part of the Black Spider clan, so... Especially since they're attacking. Gory mess. Woo! He caught me. It says move L and mash the buttons. Okay, that's what I was doing wrong before. There was one time that those guys will literally kill you if you do not mash to escape out of that, unlike some games, which will be like, it'll be prolonged, but not infinite. Alright, so the question is, do I still need to go the other way? Kind of conflicted here. No, we go down by the river this way. So I better go check the other way first. Oh, and also we came out like one of these doors in the first game, which look like they're not relevant this time. Oh, it is. It is relevant, except they won't let you in there. The door to the storage shed is sealed firmly. Did I say shed wrong? Shed and shut don't work very well when I'm saying them and mashing them together. Oh, there's guys here anyway. Okay. So we walk out here for maybe a power-up or something. Man, I'm in the middle of Azuna dropping somebody. I'm admiring the mountain in the background. Where's my brain at? It's looking like very red at the moment. A little too much paint. Ketchup. And it's interesting, even while he's Azuna dropping, the camera actually does a blur. It's like it actually fades out the draw distance in the background and then puts the focus on him and the enemy. Might be for performance reasons, might be stylist reasons. Alright, now that we've painted the bridge monochromatically. Oh, so it was for something. I guess that's okay. So I could probably jump off the railing here. I'm not going to really test it because we got to come over here anyway. But yeah, just to admire the view a little bit here. So the trees are obscuring the view of the tower. We'll see that once I'm back over by the buildings. So I could have sworn one of these games, like if you actually hit these with an arrow, it would actually use some kind of bonus, but apparently it was not this one because all you have is the shurikens at this point, not the bow and arrow. Oh, body. Oh! Apparently he didn't use it before he died. He doesn't need it now. So do we have water running? I know at some point... No, he doesn't do it automatically. Okay, so we just gotta keep tapping the button. Current looks a little weird here. You've got the shadows on the water. Looks a little more static. Not that I'm gonna complain, but it just looks a little... Oh, do we... Well, I guess we might as well check underwater. If I can. Just go swimming. Go... There you go. Yeah, there's a skull down there. Go down, man. How do I... I don't want to do that. Go down. Okay, we're coming back for the skull here. Hold on. Nah. Oh, and wolves, even better. Okay, how do I dive? Dive. No. 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 There we go. He pops back up anyway. I see it, but he won't swim. There, he'll stay. There. Okay, there we go. You gotta start swimming once you're under the water. That's weird, because normally, like, by adjusting the camera, they might dive, but he doesn't dive automatically. Man, even that's such a gorgeous shot right there. It looks actually better on your screen than what I'm seeing, because there's a little bit more color saturation. The TV I'm on, it looks a lot more washed out. Yeah, the water might look a little rough in the foreground, but man, that's so cool. At least he climbs out automatically. Hey, somebody lose a leg and a limb? Or 2 limbs? There they are. Get off me, Fido. Demon dog. Drop your katana. Yeah, their fur looks a little bit rough. And actually, I'm kind of familiar with it. The issue is if you have too many transparency layers, you end up getting those artifact things, and dogs may have a little bit too much textured-based fur. Crystal Skull, where's Indiana Jones? Hey, no, we don't talk about that movie. That is not the better of the Indiana Jones movies. Oh, save point. Okay. He does have counterattack, so, you know, interestingly, I'm trying to think here. In this game, he's had all the basic techniques, so it's just telling you how to use them. I think in the first game, I don't think you actually got the technique till you found the scroll. I could be wrong, but, because, I mean, it's kind of like, oh, hey, we want to hold your hand and, you know, have you figure it out. But in this one, it's like, hey, just give them all the abilities and make sure they know that they're there. All right, we're making progress. So this again is kind of like repeat territory. This was essentially like the temple building or the kind of the courtyard. It actually can't be the exact one because it's a little bit more open where we fight Doku. And that's following him actually taking out his friend, Kiria. Oh, really? I go up there and come down and then you guys are coming out? Must have activated him before jumping off. There. That's what you get. Don't dodge. Oh, no, an archer, not a wizard. Hey, you put that away awfully quick, didn't you? Suddenly realized bow and arrow, not a good close quarters weapon. Alright, probably more idiots coming out here somewhere. Cautious ninjas, cautious. I think we get a new weapon here. I mean, not from the box. I mean, down here on the pedestal here. So these were kind of a pretty neat addition over Ninja Gaiden 1, because naturally he had the katana, and of course he had the lunar from Ninja Gaiden Black, but these, the claws, the Falcon's talons, these things are nasty. We'll equip these. I mean, so definitely a much faster weapon. You don't have the range, but it's... Oh, goody. So apparently I must take these. But, I mean, this is like Wolverine on steroids almost. Oh, yeah, he's got this, like, wheel kick. I mean, very quick dismemberment. And that was the ultimate technique. Activated accidentally just by grabbing the essence. Pretty sure you can steal the Zuna drop here. Yep. I didn't activate it, but he'll launch. And that, I don't know if he had that before, but man, you see those red triple claw streaks in the air after he attacks. Or after he connects with a hit. That's just wild. Yep, and then he like kicks and decapitates him on that one. Might still... You know what? I'm trying to remember here. He might even be able to do the Izuna drop off the flying swallow attack here. And he just kicks him. Kick him again. Get up so I can kick you again. Now you're done. Motions. Apparently the doors are activated by body count. You must kill 30 dudes in order to reopen the door. Are those candles animated? Yeah, even the candles are animated. Again, don't know if they were before, but they definitely are now. Alright. Those things are crazy looking. That looks like a neck injury. He's looking a little too far to the side there. Ultimate guidance. So these guys are basically writing their story of how they failed to do all the things that they've already showed us how to do. So I think we go out that way, but I'm going to check over here first. If something doesn't activate. Oh, they activated. Oh, with the wizards. Oh, he interrupted me. Oh, that's nasty. Boom, we got it. Oh yeah, Izuna drop in the house. Now I gotta see if I can do the flying swallow and catch him in the air. Oh, is there anything left? Red sack of potatoes. Oh, low on health. Okay, yeah. No kidding. Oh, he was small. So the other thing the Izuna drop helps with, it's not nearly as effective like, say, in Warriors or Rochi, where it hits 50 guys on the way down. It will cause other guys to back off. It may not make contact, but it does act a little bit defensively there. Get off. You know what? Here. You guys are asking for it. Oh. Beat you to it. This is so ridiculous. Alright, clean your weapons, man. Alright, maybe here I already did. Alright, nothing here in the corner. I mean, unless there's a skull, hiding up there that I can't get to. Oh, there's... The door to the relic room is held firmly shut, so... Oh, but that's okay. I threw a shuriken. It'll open now. I don't know if we come back here later or something then. So I don't remember if we got some of those portal warping things like we had in the first game. If maybe there's a weapon. No, that door opened clearly. And nothing over here. Yeah, so I'm a little foggy on the story and the levels and stuff, but we might be back. I know it's one of the levels for one of the trial missions. Oh, Thank you for that. You're now telling me how to do the Azuna drop.
Nice work, Diaz. Encouraging.
Where would I be if I didn't know that? I mean, granted, I understand if you've never played the game before. It's kind of interesting. It's like, well, you gave it to me. I'm using it right from the rip. This is another one of those areas I saw somebody playing through, and I'm like, this was just like almost static walls, and they've got all kinds of foliage, details in the rocks. We got these archers shooting down at us. Ketchup factory. Okay, so we gotta kind of jump up the walls here to rid ourselves of these guys. Oops, maybe not that way. Making sure he's dead. Oh. Come on, Hayabusa. Oh, there wasn't one on that side, it was just him. There's a restock. Nothing there. Oh, look. We're about to enter California. Too soon? Sorry. You would know it's California because the houses are burning and the trees are not. Alright, nobody up there. Whoa, I was thinking he might have caught both of them in that. Okay, so I think there's a tunnel that comes out somewhere over here. That's not... Oh, we do come back here later for some reason. I can't remember why, though. Okay, nothing there. This is where the camera's still a little bit janky. Nothing to see. Okay. See, it seemed like there was a tunnel entrance or exit somewhere here, but that may be for later. Maybe it's at the top of the stairs. Oh, we can. We can't. That was the Azuna drop action, but I didn't hit whatever the secondary follow-up was. Berserker Claw. Oh, maybe it's not Azuna. Oh, maybe once I level it up, because he knocks him into the air, but then he, like, drops his heel over him. Okay. Oh, there's more of you? Why don't you go live in the mountains and not bother anybody? I mean, we're in the mountains, but, I mean, you're still bothering me. Jeez. Not doing too bad on our health depletion there. Oh, there's one spot where we got archers shooting at us from the windows or something. Yeah, that's where the tunnel entrance is. I don't think we come out there till later. Can we go in here? We can, but I don't think there's anything to see yet. That's interesting. Yeah, we'd have to... Oh, we can go that way. Okay. I mean, I'm not really here to bypass everything. I want to make sure I don't miss anything else. Oh, we do have to go that way, because this is blocked. Never mind. See, I would at least miss the shop. And we're still a little bit short on juice for weapon upgrading, so I guess we are going this way. It wouldn't give me the camera there a second ago. Okay, and that's burning on the other side of the door there. Oh yeah, there's the archers. Man, even his blade on the ground was like reflecting the light there. What's that for? 350,000 Azuna drops. So that's interesting. There's stairs there, but there's a little gate, so you can't jump over that. Clearly not going that way. Nothing here. Yeah, I think once we upgrade these claws, we'll have the Zuna drop capacity. But these things aren't nearly as effective on some of the larger enemies, though. So that's why, again, Katana's the most, at least, again, in my opinion, Katana's like one of the most versatile weapons. Get off! Get off! Wow, okay, so that's like the first thing that hasn't been very interesting. The grass slope is kind of dull. You got some trees, but... Man, that mountain's kind of what I'm talking about. That almost feels like it's more of a skybox because it's going to be so far in the distance that you don't really need geometry for it. You just need a 2D thing. Even these trees are looking a little flat here. I think those trees might also be two-dimensional rather than 3D like the city. Alright, there's a spot. I still haven't found that archer section yet. Probably got more dogs coming. Alright, didn't even need those. Make sure I'm not missing anything. Yep, there it is. There they are. You need to throw stuff at them, I ain't gonna kill them, so I might as well just run through and catch them on the other side. Alright, I feel like there's something of relevance around here somewhere. Not necessarily this. Oh yeah, the guillotine throw. I had never used that. It's not really all that... I don't think it's all that helpful. Okay. Can I run on this roof? I can. It apparently tosses me off, so there's no skull there. Thank you for that, hospitality squad. Yeah, there's another view. That mountain looks pretty flat. Yep, dogs and these dudes. I knew there was dogs right here somewhere. And wizards. Dogs and ninjas and wizards, oh my. Hey! Oh, the dog interrupted me. So I don't even know if, like, the dogs, you can get a... I don't think you can do an obliteration on them. Probably not baked into their, Alright, guys. Somebody's getting torched. He's getting torched. Berserker Claw. Yep, we'll be able to do it in his own to drop off that one later. No fireball for you. Oh, but there's another one. Don't worry. Is that it, or did I get the wizard? Nope, the wizard's not dead yet. Ouch! Very, very slippery, that one. Got your arm. Get back up. Ah, it's too far away. There we go. Sorry, gotta keep those blades nice and shiny. Don't want them to rust. Oh, what do you got? Ultimate technique. Bleh. Okay. Yep, we gotta carry on this way. Run to the burning rooftop. Alright. Oh, good grief, guys. Do you really want to fight here? This is not appropriate. This is like a complete safety hazard. went all the way back downstairs. Man. I hope this is not one of those sections. Oh, well, he followed. I guess that's a little better than having to refight him again if I don't have to. Whoa, he dodged. Hiss, you deliberately dodged. Yeah, if this had been Ninja Gaiden 1, you would have had to, like, fight those guys a second time. Oh, wait, we still do. Never mind. I spoke too soon. The existing ones followed us, and we still had to fight them. Alright. What's going on, you guys? You stay over there. No, you didn't stay over there. I warned you. Where'd you come from? Ooh. That should have killed him. I got him. Oh, there's a blue, thankfully. Need that. Okay. So if we fall down over there, we don't get anything. Can't jump up there. Yeah, because I'm thinking there's a skull outside of the building somewhere. I think we can jump down in there. But I don't want to. Can't jump up there. Can't jump up there. So I think we're going inside. And these are the guys that were inside the window. Okay, I know what's waiting for us in there. I don't want to go in there yet. Oh, bow and arrow. There it is. Yes, we want to equip that. Don't mind if I do. So... Oh. I thought I equipped it. That's really rather weird for equipping. Usually when you equip something, it actually works when you activate it. Oh, left trigger, that's why. Okay, so back in the original game... Now, can we shoot in the air? No, we can't. So, I think it must have been Sigma 1, where we could actually fire the bow in the air. One of them, I think, allowed us to do that. Of course, now we got the reticle, which they thought was such a great idea to not have in the first game when you're getting clobbered and trying to aim at stuff. Okay, so that explains why I couldn't dodge with the block. I mean, these shurikens are so useless. It's like, why would you need two projectile weapons at the same time? Yeah, so it's only the bow. Shurikens aren't actually an option. They're permanent. I don't know what they're for. Okay, that door opened. That's what I heard after picking up the bow. Alright, so we got full health. What we need now is the dragon sword, because we're about to fight a nuisance enemy here. Locks on, though. Okay. Lock-on's kind of nice. A little dirty, but can't really complain. Lock on, knucklehead. There we go. So what I don't like is how he's kind of a boss the first time, now he's just normal enemy. Like, say in 1, most of the bosses are actually bosses. Now it's just like, hey, congratulations, you fought a scrub the first time. Now he's like, you're going to see him more often. Hit him. Now it's more close quarters. I may need... Whoa, he still caught me on the rush. Oh, he blocked it. So yeah, it's like the level 2 doesn't seem to work. Weird. That's gonna hurt. Let me block the level 1 because it was running. That missed. I won't get caught by that. Yeah, no, level 2 just seems ineffective. And there's his health. Okay, we can get a level 2. He's just got to be in the middle of something. There, did damage at the end, though. Take that. Huh. That it? There we go. Bye. Sit down, chump. I do not want you to get up so I can kill you again. I want you to stay down.
And thus the sun sets on the dragon ninja.
Not so fast, Genshin. Yeah, that scar healed up pretty quick from the shuriken on the face. I don't know why he carries a katana inverted. I mean, unless it's just a stylistic thing. It doesn't seem like it'd be all that practical. Dude, the way you cut that, you would have totally clipped that thing's horns.
The demon statue is ours. This statue is the talisman of Mount Fuji.
Now the sacred peak erupts.
The gates of the underworld are opened.
Well, that's not a wise strategy. What's wrong with you?
Are unleashed.
Some clown's always trying to ice skate uphill. Alright, so now we gotta go track down this statue thing. Alright, so I don't think there's anything around here. It looks pretty hollow. And there's an invisible wall. So we jump down from up there. Now we go this way. Okay, there's two ways here. One has a save or a Muramasa. Or a chest. Ooh. Replenish that. We used that all up before we even got to him. Okay, something under the stairs here. We'll take that. You apparently don't need it. Couldn't figure out how to use it before you died. Okay. Yeah, so far we've only found one skull this whole... Oh, he's hurting. Let's put him out of his misery. Alright, so that's why I keep thinking there's a skull maybe on the castle roof or something. From there. Oh, you know what? We're gonna have a little archery section here to, Oh, those... Okay, so those don't cut. Hey. Ambushing the save point. Not cool, bro. There. Congratulations, you're a doormat. Okay, up we go. Alright. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Where are we going here? There we go. Okay, so we kinda gotta shoot that thing. Is he done? No, he's not done. There was some dual element to this last time. Like, you had to hit one color, then the other. Yeah, that just made it a little too easy. Like, that's one of the things that when they kind of nerf this game. You see, it's like you don't have to do any puzzle solving now. They made it way too easy. There was a way over here. There we go. There we go. That's what I was looking for. Yeah, you had to like hit the red one, then the blue one. I don't like how they removed that puzzle solving element. So, Ninja Gaiden 2 was the definitive version, but Sigma nerfed some things. So apparently they didn't decide to re-enable that stuff. Okay, we don't need that anyway. That looks like a trapdoor. Ah, there's one. Okay. So dude's over here. Yeah, so that didn't drop because I arrowed that thing accidentally. That... I don't know. Alright, let's make sure. Yep, it is. Right next to the save point. Alright, so we don't need to do anything else. We just go over here. It's like the opposite of the cat statue in Tomb Raider. Instead of exiting the cat mouth, we're going into the dragon mouth. Okay. Is that the only way? No. Okay, now it is. I don't want that. Yes, because there's nothing more fun than fighting a zillion ninja wizards at the same time. Alright, we gotta go up there eventually, but I'm not ready to go yet. Make sure he's dead. You're not supposed to be faster than me. I'm Ryu Hayabusa. Okay. Checking over here. Checking over here. Invisible walls all over the place. Invisible wall. Invisible wall. Just in case ninjas want to jump to their doom. Now, it's kind of interesting. So the volcano erupted. So that does not look like Fuji. So Fuji would have to be on the other side. So it would have to be that one, which is behind the burning tower here. I can't jump back down that way. It will let me jump up here. Jump over? No. Can't go in there. Which way? So I could go in there. Oh, that's about the only choice I have. Oh, boo. Okay. So apparently that's it. So if there is anything, I'm not gonna have the luxury of trying to figure it out right now. Where is he? There you are. Oh, that's because I'm using the wrong button here. Told you, I got used to using the left trigger for dashing. Yeah, I guess if you insist, increase my health bar, why not? Would you stop that? Now, I don't want to go all the way up because I don't want to fight Genshin yet. Now, if we jump down from here, this puts us back in the dragon room. I mean, unless there's something on top of the dragon, but I don't think there is. Alright, stop that. That's not cool. That'll get you. Oh, one more. Oh, he's already gone. I'd say break a leg, but I already cut it off for you. Alright, I'm gonna have to keep fighting archers all day. Let's go down here. Okay, save point on one side, store on the other. Okay, save point there. Yep. Kind of called that. Well, oh, dirty. Basically, because there's an enemy up there, it blocked them out. So we will, at this point, eliminate the enemies. Get up there, ninja. Prove us your dexterity. Dirty. Dirty, dirty, dirty. Anybody else? Okay, now we can proceed. So now we should have enough to do a weapon upgrade here. So I don't... Yeah, I'm not going to buy another health. That's kind of pointless. So if he... Oh, we need 20,000 now. That's a bummer. So I guess if I had to pick between the talons or the staff... Inclined to go with the talons here to see get that Inzuna drop thing working. And it's not giving you a technique list of what you get for adding it, so I guess we'll just leave that alone. Okay. That's weird. There's lights just bouncing off the wall there. Must, it could be those from the other side. Okay, so I think we got one more level to go here. Now it's burning on the other side, so we're about to face... If we don't go in that way, let me try this way first. Oh, good. Can I get through there? Can't get through there. Okay, so I think we're ready to face the boss. Can't go out through here anywhere, right? Okay, alright, here we go. Oops. Had to wait for the cutscene before those could get destroyed.
Father!
You must be Genshin.
And you must be Joe Hayabusa's little cub. It is said that a dragon ninja would die to protect the demon statue. You seem eager to fulfill your duty. Now, Elizabeth, you must keep your word.
Stop!
Your death will atone for generations of iniquities. The bloodline
I didn't... What'd I do to you, bro? I didn't touch you. You getting in my way. Alright, so he's not quite as annoying as the spider. I mean, he does some stuff you just gotta evade, but it's not... He's got some openings, but... He doesn't block quite as easily as the, let's not get hit by that. As the spider thing. He's going down like a chump. Well, he was. I mean, he's like the version of Doku from the first one. Ouch, didn't want to get hit by that. Yeah, you know what? We almost got him. I was gonna say he's like Doku because we're gonna have to face him like several times in different forms. So he's kind of like your running main protagonist. Not the big bad dude, but he's a stand-in. I mean, and playing this for the first time, he's still pretty tough.
already dead.
Follow the woman. You must retrieve the statue. Go now.
Interesting, paltry cutscene or or choreographed scene there. All right, yeah, I'll save. All right, so we're going on a couple hours here. I'll see if maybe I can get this one done. I think we actually have 2 in New York here. I think the I'm not going to give it away. I think I know where our first boss is here, but see, I don't think Rachel's scene comes up till, man, was hers, I can't remember if hers was middle or last. Because I think Momiji's is first, then maybe Rachel, then Ayane. But yeah, we're not going to get to that tonight. Deal with this clown.
A glittering island. An exquisite city of stardust. Breathtaking. But you, my lady, must be so tired of the view.
Everybody wants to use the Statue of Liberty as a puppet. It's like this guy, Krang.
How's that, my dear? Are you pleased? Excellent. I know you've never lied.
Hey, who invited them? How did Hayabusa just show up on the tower there? Yeah, I would not be chasing that thing off the roof. But hey, nobody knows where a ninja goes, right? Quit thrashing! Yeah, no purple mist for you. Oh, we're gonna have some more ninja. Oh, yep, there's a dog. I already see him. Forgot whether we had ninja dogs down here. Gonna go this way first. Alright, good thing I didn't bother buying any of those. I don't think we got anything over here. Bats? Really? Yeah, I got bats. Oh, there's Muramasa's shop right there. There, doggy. You guys are packing heat downtown. Bad dog, no biscuit. Whoa, look at them shredding my health bar. Somebody gave me a blue. Rain is something that's not seemingly as complicated. You know, rain in a lot of cases you can just like put in front of the camera. More has a lot to do with how the character looks, like how the water responds. Like, does it trail down their body? Does it get more reflective? So, anyway, just minor random commentary about the environment. I do not feel as comfortable or remember some of this stuff quite as well, so it's going to take me a second to get my bearings. I mean, obviously his body and his outfit have definitely gotten more shiny and reflective, so they did take that into account. Same with the dead dogs, but again, some of that still looks a little awkward, like almost like shiny too much in some directions. It's kind of cool that, I mean, obviously the lighting's working because look, you got the red and the purple reflecting off the stuff up there. It's pretty awesome. Alright, so I think we gotta go, I think there's gonna be a giant hole in the ground we gotta go into somewhere here. Might not be there yet, though. Can't go in there. Ninja, so sophisticated, can't figure out how to jump a fence. No wonder he can't go to an amusement park. Okay, I didn't quite need that. You seriously want that? Just put me in the red again? how we doing on, oh, we don't, it's not showing our monies. I don't think we have enough to really buy anything, so no point upgrading the weapon just yet, or trying. Yeah, 6,000 ain't gonna get us anywhere. We're maxed out on everything. So, can we go down here? I think so. Nope. Not yet. Okay, we go this way. That way, maybe? No. Oh, game on. Vigorian flail time. Ah, psh. Okay, apparently it's required that we pick up the Vigorian flail. This was kind of like signature weapon from the first one. I mean, katanas you got everywhere, but come on, a bladed nunchaku? It says style like dicing with 2 short sticks and a chain. Now again, this was back to not having like a super crazy flying swallow technique, but does wonders for some of the close quarters actions. Yeah, you can dodge all you want. I'll catch up to you. Okay, so we had a couple different things going on here, so I think we gotta go... Oh, hello. I saw that. Oh, maybe he does... Oh, so he's got the... It's the... He's got the drop, just not the, not the flying swallow. Hey! Don't do that. Okay, so is this the way we gotta go? So we could go up another level. Alright, so I'm gonna take you guys out, and then... Yeah, we gotta go this way. That's a bloody mess. Yep, there's a skull up there. It's like, I didn't know, I just knew there was... I should go up and check. Alright, there's 5. It's not too much to see down there. That's a pretty bare bones street, so they didn't put a whole lot going on there. But... Here's a save point. Okay, apparently I didn't dismember anybody, or chop any limbs. Whoa, we got two headshots on the downward kick. Alright, would you stop that? Of course he dodged. Of course he hit me while I was trying to combo the other guy. Now both of you will pay. Up goes the weasel. Okay, so there's a ladder, save point, not seeing anything else. Ladders. A ninja ladder. Oh, ouch. Try to catch me. Alright, yeah. Pull yourself together, man. I dare you. Okay, so somewhere around here, I think we got a shimmy to... Ooh, let's not focus on the next stage just yet till we get rid of this stuff. I think for some reason there's a way to shimmy across and go pick something up. Ouch. trying to strafe and that didn't count. Okay. It's one way or the other. It's either there. There's something down there. At some point we got to go across. See, there's a ladder over there. Yeah, see, I would think that's the way we got to go. Let me go down first. Oh, of course there's something to fight. Get off. Oh, I know you're gonna jump at me. I know what you're trying to do. These guys effectively keep dodging backwards. Yeah, I gotta put you up against the wall. Can't backdrop now, or back jump now. Nice try. You lose. Came all the way down here for some blue. Oh, this guy's having a good time. This guy's like the Black Knight with 3 limbs removed. I'll bite your ankles. Okay, so obviously this is not the permanent way to go, so I just gotta go back up to the roof once I figure out how. Likely this method. And, oh, ooh, we got one more thing here. There we go. We have been thorough. Not that way. Bingo. Is that a ladder over there? Oh, there's 2 ladders up. Oh, no, that was just to get to that one. Okay. Alright, now... wonky ninja shimmy. Alright, so we can land there, but we take the ladder up. Oh, yeah. Man, it's like rain shower of red with limbs flying everywhere, too. Okay. So I think we can go back up there. Yeah, there's a ladder there. Save first. Okay, so I don't know if there was anything up here or is it not here. That doesn't look like anything useful. Okay. Okay, I think we'll end up going down here somewhere. He's got a soggy scarf hanging from his face again. Good job there, Hayabusa. How do I capture? Tell me how to do this. Okay, blah, blah, blah. Anyway. It's mostly the same as PS4, just hadn't done so yet. So now we're on the other side of all the mess. Izuna drop, don't leave home without it. Oh, looks like I did a different combo there. I couldn't tell. Nice try. You lose. Let's try this. You know, I haven't done the guillotine throw at all. Oh, that didn't work. Gotta get the timing just right. No wonder I never use it. Unless it doesn't work, unless it's weapon specific. No, you may not. No, you may not either. Okay, now what? Alright, not going underground there. So I know we end up in the tunnel system, then we end up fighting the... Oh, forgot about it. I knew there was an Easter egg in here somewhere. So they have this, the DOA Tech building. So DOA Tech is like the nefarious organization of DOA. So I knew there was some little nod to something else in the franchise. So, you know, in a lot of cases I rant about guest characters in fighting games. I don't have a problem with it if they're under the same umbrella. I mean, Capcom does it all the time with Final Fight. And, oh, so yeah, this is kind of giving the outline of the other fiends we're going to run into. So the ruler of lightning is the one that we're going to face here next chapter. But Hayabusa has been in DOA since the beginning. That's the equivalent of having Guy from Final Fight in Street Fighter Alpha. You know, if you're part of the franchise, you're part of the franchise. It's not that big of a deal. It's a matter of when you're in some other franchise not owned by the same company, possibly in a different genre, possibly in a different fighting format. Take Capcom and Street Fighter, throwing it. Now, granted, they've done a collaboration together and a crossover. But to have Akuma as the guest character is just kind of silly since, you know, it's not a native format for a 2D character to be in a 3D fighting game. More dogs. Did I ever mention I don't like these? These are like pretty high on the list of least favorites following the black spider ninjas from 1. They got some of the same annoying qualities, primarily hitting you when you're in the middle of comboing something else. So there's a box over there. Yeah, we're going this way first, because I think that's where the hole in the ground is. Yeah, we'll take some blue. Yeah, there's not much for fancy little alcoves and things around here. So we can't. So we drop from up top somewhere. Up that way. So there should not be anything else that I'm missing that I know of. What is that? Is that a... something like on an angle? It's like a platform that fell off. Huh. Still got the lights on the sign. So I don't remember if these guys pop out before or after I get the case here. I'm gonna get the case first. Oh, that's right. So this was the equivalent of the fighter wheels. I mean, so you need this more if you got, you know, if you're getting swarmed, compared to, like, say, a single high-powered one. Don't know if I need that just yet. There we go. Cue the cutscene. You're getting rained on, ninja. Some ugly-looking bats. Not that many of them are nice to look with. Nice looking to begin with. Wait. Stop. You don't look like you're from around here. Well, apparently you didn't kill it for food. You must have killed for sport. So this is one of those cases... No, it may not be him. It's kind of interesting that some enemies actually can still function without their head, and then you can actually do a different dismemberment. Alright, would you stop telling me to change the info? I don't want to change the info right now. You know what? These... I prefer bigger weapons against these guys. So let's go... katana. Get back to the flying swallow here. Now I can't Uzuna drop these guys. And this is very reminiscent of Mortal Kombat, that most human characters had red blood. These guys got green, like the way Reptile did. And I thought the Cyber Ninjas might have been black. I might be imagining things, but it's kind of cool to see that you actually just a little variety in your enemy layout. Oh, there's more of you guys, huh? Since these guys are a little bit more clunky, I could probably get away with this a little more easily. Because they're not, I mean, the ninjas are so quick. It doesn't give you enough time to really charge an ultimate. His arm just went rolling before disappearing. Now, another thing in comparison to Sigma, those enemies you can kind of understand because they're, you know, the creatures that instead of having all the blood, they'd have the ethereal mist. But at the same time, I mean, that's not what they originally went for. They went for the green blood and everything on in Ninja Gaiden 2, so they essentially took it away. I'm not going to examine yet. I'm examining over here first. Examine for text to pop up. The path leads underground. We must go underground. Alright, I forgot about this. This is some wonky sewer navigation here. Oh, and dogs. Dogs? You like dogs? So, you know, if anything, the Flame Phoenix might be a little more helpful against these guys. Alright, you guys are gonna get torched. Jump at me now, bro. See, his sword almost feels a little slow on these guys. Excuse me. More dingo-dongo things. Alright. Enough of that nonsense. Alright, so there's a ladder out of here. Which means go the other way. Ooh, okay. Oh, it doesn't apply it automatically? Or is that for an upgrade? Why can't I use that? Where's... Did I not pick it up? That's weird. Maybe I have to upgrade through Muramasa then. That's kind of interesting. Whatever. Alright, so that's the way out. So anytime you find the way out, go the opposite direction to be thorough. Video game 101. So nothing there. Nothing there. I don't know if we end up on the other side there or not, but whatever. Okay, so somewhere around here, got a little hoppity-doo to navigate everything here. That's not super helpful. Okay, can he go across on that side? That wall run looks a bit long. I don't think so, and I don't see anything down there, so let's hold off on that. Plus, the edges are worn, so it's almost like you know some of these areas are not getting to super easily. So down there we might... That's probably the way we gotta go. But we're gonna explore anyway. Oh, you dumb ninja. Tell me you can't wall run that. Alright. The times when they reveal their combat prowess exceeds their intellect. And that, oh, that's got a complete hole in the wall. It's not that way. Oh, ladder's this way. Alright, so I'm not going to retry that side. There we go. Yeah, I'm not going to try jumping from anywhere over here. If anything, better off jumping from right here. No, we're not.
Oh, you idiots!
Come on, Ninja. Build them muscles from climbing ladders all day. Is it because the light's borked? Oh, he did it again? Come on. Is there another way out of here I'm missing? See a switch or anything. Not puzzle solving, but it's navigational awareness. Alright, what am I missing here? So we already know we can go across there, but can't go across there. See, I think we gotta go out that way. You should be able to do double jump. Yeah, you think of all the things that a ninja can do, double jump should be one of them, right? Chairman says off of YouTube there. See, that's too far. Rough edge there. You know what? There is a... You know what? There is a way, a trick I learned that time. Ah! The flying swallow didn't work. Something I learned in the first one where you can do this elevated jump to help get on top of a ledge that you normally wouldn't be able to do. It took me forever to figure out how to do that. And thank you for hanging out for Comedy Hour, where Ninja gets lost in a sewer, completely out of his element. Alright, you know what? Oh.
Figures.
I keep running past where I'm supposed to go. The door is right here. So stupid. I'm an idiot. I knew it was going to be something else like that. Alright, jump down. I think we got some big things to fight. Oh, no, we got those guys. That's interesting. Okay, we can go down here. I'll have to climb back up, though. Yeah, let's go down first. Water. Trying to remember where we're going here. Alright. Alright, nothing to see otherwise. Yes, the multi-wall jump. It's funny, it goes back to a prior level to be like, here's how it looks on a level. So the thing is, if you hadn't figured it out before, like, here's how it works. It's like you should be able to figure it out by now. Oh, and they even fixed the camera for you. Pfft. You know, so I guess you could have technically bypassed that if, you know, had done your jump correctly the first time. Yeah, it's going to put you right above, yeah, that, so. Alright, so I think we have to wall run into the pipe. Yep. And then wall run again, there we go. Okay, now... That's going to drop us right back down there again, so let's not do that. There we go. I thought we were fighting more of the monster things in here. Oh, hi guys. Didn't know it was a party. Come on down here. That it? How's that anticlimactic? See, these, and then these walls are a little too round. It's not like you can run all the way around. You got to have like a square wall base in order to get above anywhere. I can't imagine them having put anything up there. Doesn't look like, yeah, there's obstacles and stuff, so no hidden skulls up that way. You almost almost as effective at Tomb Raider's jump scares there. Still didn't, I mean, it got me a little bit, but not the same thing as it starts wailing on you with no sound. Get off. I mean, so I was right. There was some of these guys down here. Takes the leg, takes the head, and dead. I guess I was just jumping the gun. I was going to say, can I have a collection of green blood and red blood on me at the same time? The green blood is fading. Man, that's such a nice shot. The lighting looks so good in this game. Very happy with it. Alright, any more... Okay, so that's where we came from, so there's nothing to see over there. Now, the question is, if I jump down there, is that back to where we started? No, because we'd end up over here. Okay, let's make sure there's not anything I'm missing down here. And you don't even need to pick up gadgets to breathe underwater indefinitely in this one. Okay, I don't see anything. Oh, what's over here? Nothing. Nothing over here. Nope. Back we go. Alright, that was fun, right? We all had a good time swimming in the water? Okay. Don't want to get shot at here. Alright, so in this case, come back this way. Nope. Hayabusa, figure it out. There's a way to... No, dummy. Ugh. Yeah, I get the swing going, and I don't know... He wants to change direction rather than start swinging. See, I can't fix the camera angle here. That... Every button drops him from the pipe. Going the wrong way, aren't I? Nope. Bad ninja, no contract. I have to leave this one if I can't figure it out. I can't jump, and then I can't move the camera. Oh, why? Yeah, that's not going to help me get over there. No, see, there, oh, there we go. Great. Alright, at least I partially figured it out. So you gotta hit the jump button. The exact opposite thing, I would think. It's like, you think if you're gonna hit the jump button, he's gonna jump and release. But no, every other button hits the release. But you want to hit the jump button to actually start swinging. Counterintuitive. Alright. Let's go this way. Flip the other way, ninja. No, other way. There we go. There we go. Yeah. Oh, good thing we stopped. That's helpful. It's one of those things you don't want to leave behind. Alright, can I jump back on this? Yes, good. Okay. There we go. Okay. Alright, it's telling me that before I get off the pole. Make you think you have to do it from the pole. Can't a guy dismount the pole in peace? Alright, yeah, more of the running stuff. Yep, nothing else to see here. Ah! Grr! Yep, thank you for that. Expecting me to not figure that out. Oh, speaking of Trader Joe. Oh, he's gonna give me something for the skulls. Okay. Oh, so he's just gonna give us a discount. Meh. I want you to give me cool stuff like you do in the first one. I guess a discount on leveling weapons would be helpful. 17,000. I mean, maybe the flail. So we already got a couple at level 2. We're gonna need 20,000 for level 3 on some of these. So we'll just do this. Alright, where are we at? Ah. Oh, right. I think that's the way we gotta go, but we gotta go around here. Alright. Is that still gonna kill me? Okay, it stopped. Ah, Crystal Skull. There you go. And see, we can wall run on that one, no problem. Alright. That's probably gonna block. Oh, maybe not. Okay, so I think in this case, this is the way we're supposed to go here. See, I don't remember how Ninja Gaiden 2 originally was. I could see them totally only slowing it down and having to reset the thing. So I don't remember for sure. Yeah, so in this case, we gotta go, I think, over here. And then go across. Yep, we gotta be able to go across here. And then... Oh, there's nothing. Really? There's no chest? Well, that's kind of lame. Is there anything on the ground? Let's double check the ground. Alright, so we could have come down through there. Yeah, because given how many times you got to go through old areas and fight other enemies again in the first one, it's like, yeah, they weren't very kind. You got to sometimes... Like, this one seems like one you'd have to potentially do more than once. Oh, that was not even activated, so why am I trying to shoot it? I don't know. If I'm not smart. Alright. Okay, so I think we exit from here. I think there might be a skull or something before I exit, though. Let's assess the situation here. Blue light glowing off of something. It could be the fan. Yeah, this is not the way out of here, I don't think. I saw the tunnel, so I'm not... No, I didn't want you to swim upward. Okay, now just by holding the A button, he'll go down there. But is there a way up into this thing? Because this looks like... Could be something, but it may not be. It's kind of weird. You got some like weird whale-like sound chirps going on. For ambient sound. Down, ninja, not up. Okay, I don't think there's anything in there. guess down we go. These guys sure made a wreck of the subway system. Alright, I think we go up that way. I'm just making sure. Oh, yep, it's just a wall. Nothing to see over here. Okay, yeah, this is the room to get out of here. I think we gotta go up through there, do some wall running, and Bob's your uncle. Okay, let's go up through here. Okay, camera's looking a little weird. Hold on. Oh, you are not doing this to me. I was gonna say, you do not make me try to figure that out with a static camera. How rude. Give me all the stuff I don't need. Make sure there's nothing else in here. You know, when the camera won't let you look a particular direction, never hesitate to check the area in which you cannot see. We getting close to the boss? So I vaguely recall, I think somewhere in here, there's like one of those portal things for like one of those infinite, yeah, like that. No, it may be over there, but it may not be it. Like, so the game may have you retrace your footsteps for those infinite monster closets, then sometimes which will either give you one of the upgrades or something. I don't remember when that activates. I think there was one on the airship level, or the flying fortress, whatever it's called. Rah! He wasn't happy. So one other thing about the dismemberment, at least it like gives you invincibility animation while you're in the middle of it. You know, they can't interrupt you on that because it's locked in. But some of this other stuff, your basic combos, dogs and things can still attack you and interrupt you, like that. You know what, dogs? Get scorched. I mean, that dog has got so much dang agility. It's like knife, 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 shank. It's got more, you know, ability than ninja counterpart. Ooh, there's blue. Give me that blue. Yeah, see, in that case it worked because it kept me from getting hit by him. Take all challenges. Okay, so we drop down from there. We can go up to there. What was down this way? A random twisting path. Okay. The invisible path. So it's kind of similar to the triple wall thing we had to do to get the glowing PlayStation or the glowing Xbox and the older ones in, what was it, City of Pleasure, Hans Bar, whatever those levels were called. So Chairman saying reminds you of the original God of War game. Yeah, I could totally see that from like some of the platforming elements, maybe the, you know, mythical creatures action style. I think there probably is some similarity there. So I get to him, and I nothing to do here. He didn't give me a discount yet. Does he give me a discount on this stuff? He probably just discounted that, which I don't need still. Okay, so we took the path to get over here, only to get to Muramasa. Alright, now I don't want to knock myself off this platform. So I see those archers over there. He's patiently waiting to get stabbed. Okay, so I think we got a wall to get up to that one, so let's not go do that yet. Okay, there's a save point. Let me do this, and I think we're headed into the boss, so how nice of them to put that there. Let's do this. See, I think the portal would show up in this area. Unless, yeah, it wouldn't be over there, because that's where we came from. Yeah, we'll take that. Oh, so you're saying no? The subway that was flooded reminded you of that? Oh, okay. Okay, no, we're not the boss yet, because I think we go down a couple tracks, and then we end up having to fight him. You know what? Maybe that's... No, maybe that's sooner than I think, because maybe that's after... Because I know there's a couple spots where we run the tracks, but maybe that's after, after fighting him. Because, of course, these games are so cruel that they won't... Or at least they used to be like, hey, yeah, we're going to put your save point, and then we're always going to make sure you have to fight all these scrubs again before you can fight the boss, just to waste your time. That's some of the stuff that I don't like in game design. Alright, yeah, down we go. Now it might... Oh, you know what? There's got to be a skull up there. I think this is the way we... No, never mind. We got to go through that way. You remind you of the part of God of War when you're down in the, like, Poseidon tomb or whatever. Okay. Yeah, admittedly, have not played them. I thought you meant based on the action style, because I know God of War's got some other visceral kind of action things, so my bad. I'll admit it. Alright, so... Oops. Blue glowing light makes it look like there's a skull there, light bouncing off something, but I don't see anything. Okay, so maybe we are headed up the tracks. Where's this guy at? I'm gonna go out. Oh, this went the way it came in. Or, good job, ninja. You fail at navigation. All right, let's go down this way. There we go. There's our way out. Maybe a skull around here somewhere. I know we gotta go through a sidewall. I just can't remember where. Like, maybe we run and then maybe he activates. Nope, not yet. Haha. You die. Caught you in the air. Now, these guys do have fireballs and stuff, but it's not like... They still don't give you a little bit of opportunity. See, we don't, pretty sure we don't have the Dobalaro in this game. I don't remember what we have for a big weapon substitute. That's the kind of thing I love using on the big stuff. It's a lot less hits, even if you lose mobility. Oh, alright, settle down there, Doku wannabe. See ya. Anti-air technique. That worked. Alright, so yeah, I thought I did fight some of those guys. I guess this was the spot. Done. Okay. Yeah, I guess God of War, for some reason, has never fully appealed to me, though. I mean, I'd have to get through a lot of other things before I get there. I mean, I know it's a popular franchise. We have found the boss. I did catch, you know, live streams of guys playing this, and they're trying to figure out how to do it. And I'm like, this thing's not super complicated. Avoid the, and then start doing this stupid stuff. This guy was pretty complicated too, originally, and he was much more difficult when you could not actually. He didn't have this auto-aim stuff. See, I can do this now. Might get a free hit out of it. Nope, maybe not. Oh, that's when I'm supposed to be doing that. That's when you got those things. I think I gotta use the flail on that stuff. Then he starts going upside down. See, those things even give you blues, so this guy's like his fraction of the difficulty he used to be. Random creepy Alexi caterpillar alien thing. Oh, we That's the turrets. Basically just... Oh, that's what it was. That was the killer thing. The giant, creepy Phantom of the Opera mask. Oh, he's... Like, oh, he's hitting this way. The Death Megalophyte. See, I don't think they used to put the name on there. I wonder if that was an improvement. Oh, turret time. Okay. Dodge the turret. Those didn't do that much damage. Got it. Let's go stab it. Stab you. Come on, do your... There you go. I was gonna say, do the ultimate technique. Then it goes out of control and shows the way out. Typical 80s movie, walking away from the explosion, except as a ninja with blue flame in the background. Okay, 3 chapters down. I'm probably gonna halt on story progress there, but maybe do tag missions here for a couple minutes. So as soon as I find a save point here, we'll exit out of this.
Behold, the true world has begun to stir from its prolonged torpor. We have endured imprisonment, a long era of silence, trapped in eternal slumber.
Alexei.
Yet, even the deepest slumber can be disrupted by a single strike of lightning.
Uh-huh. Okay, where's the save point? We got oh, bats! Evil, oversized bats. See, I still haven't spun any of the items. There's more bats. There's a blue. Come on, guys. Don't make me run for a save point here. Nothing yet. Alright, down the hole. You know what? If we have to fight Alexei again, that's fine. We'll pick up from there. Main menu. Hopefully I should have auto-saved. Well, actually, I'll do a test real quick to find out. We'll find out how this works. So 229. So I think this should make us watch the cutscene again. Yeah, okay, we're good. Okay. War Pigs is hanging out. Hey, you don't have to apologize for being late. You know, it's been a unusual early kind of day just because new hardware, new title. So yeah, it's all good. People are free to hang out whenever. All right, so we got that resolved. Let's go figure out how to go back to the menu again. All right, so yeah, the interesting thing I found was when the PS5 was doing its download and allows you to play it, but not in full. All we had at the start was new game and options. Then I noticed finally after I backed out, or I think I completed the first level, tag missions was showing up, but both tag missions and Chapter 2 would not allow advancement until essentially the full game was downloaded. So it's like, congratulations, you can play the first level while you're waiting, and then, you know, since I've played the game before, you know, you spend 20, 30 minutes playing the first level, and then you still have to wait another 5 hours for the game to finish. So Again, I am not crazy about this modern digital ecosystem. So, I mean, yeah, it doesn't matter once it's done, but then that's now chewing up hard drive space. You know, if it's not DLC, not all that concerned. Okay, let me just set the controller down for a second because, yeah, we're going on 3 hours here. I think we're actually, so if we'd have to go till about 9:30 before we hit the 4-hour mark. This would be a game worth breaking the record for, but not going to do that just yet. Let's tackle some tag mission for a second. Check my, see if there's anything to chat about. Just a quick break here, but not really. Yeah, I'm sure I'll have more to say about the game weeks ahead. I don't know when this is probably not going into rotation yet, so I don't know if I want to mix this in and out or maybe take a, you know, couple more week break off of Metal Slug because that's heavily in grinding mode right now. Let's see, we still have stuff we got to get done on Metal Slug Tactics. That'll be a while. Tomb Raider, we're about to start the second game. I mean, technically, could take a break on that, but I do want to start playing some of that. Warriors of Orochi, we got a long way to go. And Turtles, I mean, I could actually put this in for, you know, we could swap out Ninja Game for Turtles, and then, since that's mostly survival. So maybe I'll think about that. Maybe Thursday, maybe we'll put this into official, but got a few days to think about that. Okay, so War Pigs, you're saying you don't know anything about Ninja Gaiden, like, so you're asking what is going on. So, I guess a quick recap. I'm trying to think where to start with this. So I'm taking, does that include not knowing anything about, like, the classics? So I guess here's the Enforcer's overview of Ninja Gaiden, all things known and unknown. So I think there was 3 games on the NES, and I have no familiarity with any of those. The only time I've even played a Ninja Gaiden was when they put them in the 2004 version on the Xbox, and I tried it, and I'm like, well, this isn't for me. So we had Ninja Gaiden come out in 3D era in 2004. Got a sequel a couple years later. Then there was some remake versions on the PS3, added some extra content to those. Then there was a Ninja Gaiden 3. Then there was a Master Collection, which included all 3. And now what we have here is a remake of 2. Yeah, so go figure. It's not 1, it's not 3, but the reason is because back in 2004, like, the original Xbox was, like, testing the limits of what the Xbox could do. I mean, it was just a visually impressive game for the platform, and so Team Ninja was just very good at that. And what they did with Ninja Gaiden 2 was they added all this extra action combat with the dismemberments and the blood. The problem was, though, when they brought that stuff over to the PS3, it was usually a nerfed version, both on the difficulty side and sometimes on the feature side. So they would actually make small tweaks to the levels, and then in Ninja Gaiden 2, they lost the blood. You know, it was replaced with this purple mist. But the trade-off, though, is they did add extra content. So the Xbox versions of the game, you only play as Ryu Hayabusa exclusively. But when they made them for PlayStation, you then had some scattered chapters with other characters, and now they've, like, completely rebuilt the second game on the Unreal Engine instead of a proprietary one. And so what we've just been doing tonight, we've gone through the first 3 chapters of the game. So there's, I believe, about 16 in here. And I guess maybe a story recap would be kind of helpful. There's not a really in-depth plot. I mean, Hayabusa's defending, you know, his village, and they're like the protectors of, like, mystical swords and artifacts. So in the first game, he tries to recover the Dark Dragon Blade, which is captured by like a rival clan leader almost, and of course then he captures it and turns into some twisted being, and you kind of have this combination between fighting ninjas and technical machines, and then you've got all kinds of occult monsters and stuff like that. So we've already started facing some of the occult stuff. We had a couple chapters worth of fighting ninjas, and now we're into facing off against these bat-looking demon creatures, because again, same kind of plot of like, hey, let's reawaken all this evil content. So there's not really a lot of depth to it, but visually, some of these levels are amazing. The action is very satisfying. So it's just fun to play. I mean, even, trying to think. So Ninja Gaiden 2, I think, was 2006. So we're talking, roughly an 18-year-old game getting remade because it's still one of the most popular entries in the action genre. And then to have it rebuilt, just look even better and play smooth without frame rates and better draw distance. It's cool. I mean, it's just kind of weird that they're a little bit more selective rather than trying to remaster the whole franchise, because everything in this version, the Master Collection got updated, but this stealth announcement of Ninja Gaiden 2 Black was just out of nowhere. Like with Metal Slug Attack Reloaded, nobody knew they were working on it, and suddenly they announce it and release it the same day they announced it. So, all right, so I think that's the best I can do for recapping, so feel free to ask anything else. But the tagged missions we're about to do, you play as one character, and you can pick one of the other playables. This game was co-op online for PlayStation 4, or I'm sorry, PlayStation 3. It'd be perfect for good, survival wave mode with somebody on split screen, but I think because of the graphical demand, it's like they're reluctant to do that. I would have loved to have this actually playable co-op. Now, this game, I think, says one player, so I don't know if they've removed the online component altogether so that you're literally just playing with a brain-dead NPC or not, but that's what we're going to do next. So these don't last very long. These are, a few minutes of taking out a few waves of enemies, but at least, we're going to get a chance to see the other characters at least, because each of the other playable characters has one chapter, and they're scattered throughout, but playing their story content also plays a part in some of the costumes unlocked. So, but here we go. So we basically unlock some of these. It is kind of interesting that there's a practice mode. I don't know if they had that before. And it's saying, yeah, pick 2 characters. So we only have 3 to pick from, and I think we'd have to do a certain performance rating to get to some of these. It does not tell us the unlock requirement. Or does it? No, not that. So, that was kind of weird. I don't know if it's telling us that we play Ryu and Ryu. It might. That's kind of weird. I mean, so I guess maybe you could have another Ryu with a different weapon. But at this point, there's like one of my favorite virtual ladies of all time. So I'm starting out with her, and then I might as well go with Ryu. So they don't have options for their weapons or their power-ups. They do... See, this would be her costume, and there isn't an alternate yet. So Ryu, we don't have a costume unlocked either. See, it's not letting us change it. It's only letting us change the weapon. So we could put him on any one of the other weapons we've now unlocked through the story mode. Everybody's got a melee, everybody's got a projectile, and then they're special. And Ryu's really the only one with the customization in that department. So the only thing that the ladies get is, various costume things. But Rachel's fun to play, just massive hammer. She's got a rifle now, which she didn't have in the first one. So really fun character. And they did give her a few levels in Ninja Gaiden Sigma. So I'm bummed that she didn't get as much, but at the same time, Ayane and Momiji are great additions to the franchise, or like playable portions of the game too. But the blood and the dismemberments are so back to what they were supposed to be in Ninja Gaiden 2, unlike the Sigma versions, which Purple Mist. Ooh, Purple Mist is so intimidating. She doesn't have an Izuna drop. She's got this like massive over-the-head hammer swing. So I think it's over if you lose your teammate. Hence why this can be difficult on a higher difficulty, because if the NPC can't hold its own and then you're held responsible, well, that kind of sucks. Especially when Ninja Gaiden's known for having absolutely cheap, dirty AI tactics. So, and a lot of these missions are just simply on single-player maps you've already played. I guess there's nobody else here yet. Enemies will just show up, and that's it. Now, Rachel originally didn't have the same level of mobility that Ryu did, but I think, you know, for the sake of like this mode and the other level stuff, they're definitely more on par now between having the projectile weapon and the, well, I mean, she had the magic ability, but she had more of like the grapple. I forgot what special name was in the first one. There's one of her dismemberments. But yeah, the rifle is so much cooler than that thing from the first one. Ryu's getting work done over here. Nope, I was gonna say, that can't be it. Jeez. Love it. Ketchup factories everywhere. So it keeps popping up the score and the killing spree. I mean, I'm not sure what that really matters unless you just need the particular score to finish the level. Anybody else? They're just shooting more arrows at us. Ryu's gonna finish him. Oh, there's more. She's got one of her obliterations will like shoot him in the head, but it may only work against some of the like the fiend enemies. Hayabusa, you didn't finish me. Still over there. Oh, that's... Oh, it's actually got a range limit there. It's not accurate enough at that distance. That got him. Come on, pick up the essence. Oh, I'm at full? What's going on? Let me pick it up. That's weird. Water looks so good. I turn that stupid symbol off. All things are distracting me. Oh, that's it. We got it. Oh no, I spilled tomato sauce over the sleeping ninja. Yeah, hence why I kind of opened this thing with the whole ketchup reference, because, man, it is... I'm glad it's not Mortal Kombat, like, guts and innards everywhere. To me, it's just like, okay, a couple body chunks, whatever, but the blood is just, like, comical, like, fire hose volcano levels. So, that's a decent time, you know, 3+ minutes. I mean, I'm not here for any speed records or anything, and these are some of the easier ones. So, if we got a gold, I don't know what the points do for us in terms of unlocking, but I'll play a couple more here with Rachel and maybe try some of the others. So that, oh, that did unlock these two. Okay, so I did not catch that. So by at least completing one, we get a couple more. And it's saying these are all similar difficulty. And then maybe once we get some of those, it actually opens up the others, because the Path of the Acolyte, the L1 and the R1 options up there aren't responding. So apparently we must prove ourselves, plural, whatever. Yeah, so I'll just leave it as Hayabusa for now. So in the first game, Rachel only got like a costume if you defeat on a higher difficulty, but she also had hairstyles, and I don't know how it works on this one quite so much. Oh, and I could tag the Ryu. I don't want to do that per se, but you can at least switch to the other player. I don't know if I would see what the advantage is unless they're just doing so bad that you got to take over for them. Now, the ghosts in my first book are based on a particular video game archetype, but is not these guys. But these guys would make for a close second for having like the ninja-esque military role. The thing is, the characters in my book actually don't have rocket launchers and machine guns. But oh, there's the gun! Interrupting myself because that was so cool. I mean, I just love these tactical ninja concepts. It's so cool. They got the katanas and the machine guns, the night vision goggles. Now I gotta figure out how I did that one. So clearly regular enemies can get hit by that, that obliteration technique. That's a downward one. That's not what I want. Right, Ryu's blocking my camera here. Oh, she did the ultimate. That wasn't what I was going for, but I'm not gonna complain. Who's left? Who's left? No, wait, sorry, we gotta fight the ninja dogs. Nope, not yet. Okay, so hers is different than the Izuna... Wait a minute. No, it's not different than the Izuna drop. It's I'm forgetting because... It's different in... Some of these maneuvers are different in Warriors Orochi. Not that we have her finished yet. He didn't die after that? You kidding? You know what? Let's clean some of them out. We got the extras. The combo team tactical nuke from space. And just like that, they're gone. Nope, that's not a dog. Where's the dogs? Music changed. Bringing out the dogs. There's the dogs. Oh, that got hit by that guy. Oh, he's got a string combo. Get off! Get off me! Get off! If Ryu dies, I'm not gonna be happy. If I die, I'm not gonna be happy. Did that for no good reason. There's nobody out there to hit. Ooh, I'll take a blue. Hayabusa, get your own blue. There, that ripped him in half. Is that it? What are you fighting over there, Hayabusa? Get it done. There we go. Okay. Ninja Dog, absolute peak game. What's kind of funny is that the first game, of course, was hailed as being hyper difficult. So Ninja Gaiden Black was the first standalone. It wasn't a remake, it was just more of an expansion. And because of the difficulty complaints, they made an easier difficulty. You know, but the thing is, you couldn't just go to the menu and say, yes, put me on easy difficulty, please. You actually had to play the game on normal. Then if you died 3 times in the first map, then it would activate, and it was called Ninja Dog mode. So there is some connection there with Ninja Dogs, not only as fighting Ninja Dogs, but the way they chose to have a difficulty for those who weren't quite up to playing at normal level. Alright, so there's 2. I guess at this point, I'll try to take on these 3, at least with Rachel, and then we'll save Momiji and Ayane for another time. I'm not exactly shooting for the stars here. We made some progress. And thankfully, no disconnects tonight. Good job, Internet. You did your job effectively. Can we fall off the edge here? Okay, so I was going to try to dismember him, but... Okay, that works. Oh, of course he gets replaced. Rachel's stance makes it look like she's straight out of an 80s movie, just standing there unleashing bullets with extreme prejudice. Can we go up, or is that blocked? That's blocked. Okay, that makes sense. He spawns in right next to it. Okay, I'm trying to do the other... I want to do the other obliteration technique, and whichever one activates the gun, but I don't know which one it is. Hayabusa goes from killing something right into shooting his bow. Oh, spawn behind me, eh? She just, like, lights him up with a hammer, so it's like there's nothing left to technically get the obliteration technique on. There, that makes short work of him. See, it's like I did 2 light hits and they're dead. He's not. She does the same one where she just knocks him on the ground and then goes over the top. I don't know if they need to be missing a leg like that one, but he's gone. Oh, there it is. If he has no head and then does the obliteration, she can jump and then shoot him. But the thing is, he's dead. And now he's dead. Alright, you want to keep shooting stuff? How about... Here, we do this. I guess that's why you gotta have projectile stuff here. So I'm assuming I can't jump over there. I'll try. No, you can't. Alright. Oh, that was weird. Why did it put me over there? Hayabusa's getting a little low on health. Oh, come on. Hit the dudes, not the railing. Oh, tap that repeatedly to revive him? Don't have to be... I don't want to tap that while I'm not next to him. Don't die on me. Okay, good. There's a way to bring him back then, because I was hoping that it was not a matter of just being on my own here with an NPC teammate. Oh, she can keep firing indefinitely. There we go. One death. Thanks, Hayabusa. Still got a gold, though. Yeah, I don't know what the strategy would be to bounce back and forth. Like, maybe if once somebody got enough... If somebody's low on health, switch to them, keep, you know, boost their health back up, but... Too bad. I'm using Rachel. Lack of variety at the moment. Yeah, so these are the kind of enemies that she normally was fighting in the first game. They're a little bit more modified now, but this is who she fights. Big, ugly monsters. Is Hayabusa above us up there? Oh, he's down here. Couldn't tell who was getting hit. You interrupted my ultimate, jerks. So, other than, like, Hayabusa's got to dodge, but she actually can roll over the back of the enemies, which is kind of interesting. Again, what's the word I'm looking for? Very deceptive agility that she has, considering her outfit. Here, you're missing a limb. Boom! Sit down. Oh, she takes the torso off if the head's partially missing. That can't be everything. Nope. Alright, quit getting hit in the middle of all that. I know you're already dying and bleeding out there, but we're going to make sure you're done. Oop, it's missing an arm. Let's try this one. Nope, same one. See, she doesn't have another weapon to pick from, so it's like not like she has a lot of variety in her obliteration techniques, unlike Ryu. At least has the weapon change. So in other words, like it's almost like picking another character is really just picking a different weapon set. Get off. Nope, I'm not hitting both buttons. Got hit both, apparently. Oh, that's ugly. Alright, we're gonna nuke you guys. Ooh, blues. Take a blue. Ah. Hold on. Ah! Oh, I can't pause either. Lost my earpiece and I can't pause in the middle of it. These fiends are on fire. Man, I was trying to hit the big one and he gets in the way. Make sure he has 0 limbs left. There we go. Cool. There's 4. 3? 4. You know, just as a side note, this is kind of something that's like a throwback. I don't know which games they did this in. I'm thinking DOA 4 on the Xbox 360. But it's kind of cool how they have just their eyes, like part of their face, as the indicator there. That kind of goes back to some of the fighting games, like where you'd have your health bar and then just the eyes. Because most fighting games have the, you know, the character's name, but I always thought it was a neat touch. I don't know if Tekken ever did that. But I don't know. I thought it was a nice, neat look to actually give the character's face. Now, I guess maybe the reason you wouldn't do that is because characters have a zillion costumes anymore. How do you identify them if it's not their default? But I don't know. Little things like that sometimes I find interesting. All right, we'll wrap after this one. Looks like we're already going to be fighting some of the other enemies. We have not encountered these guys in story mode yet. Oh, and we've apparently already unlocked this stuff. So we had to finish 4 to get the second row done. So you can see this chainsaw guy, this guy with a chainsaw in one hand and cannon in the other is the same that we have here in 5. So we also got werewolves and those flying nasty bat dragon things. This one's got some of these creepy caterpillar torso things. This one, I like fighting these. These are like armored versions of the fiends, but I don't necessarily want to take that on yet. I can't tell if that's a souped up version of the tactical ninjas or maybe the same thing, but just different location. Back to more of those guys, and then this has got some nasty things in it too, but those aren't too bad depending on the quantity. So we'll just try to take on 5 here, and then we'll probably wrap after that. Yeah, so the other thing is I gotta make sure that she can hit those. Those things may just sit there and do fireball stuff all day long. These things are weird that even if you take off a couple limbs, they've still got some firepower. These werewolves are kind of nasty just because of their durability, but okay, so we can hit them. Gonna make sure not get hit by anything else in the process. Here are werewolves. Oh, combo punch. See, look at this. 1 combo string, 2 combo strings, no limbs removed, 3 combo strings finally down. But that one took a limb off. Okay, so once you take a limb off, you can, it's almost like getting a shortcut. Oh, I was trying to go for the werewolf and he got in the way. So they shoot these massive cannonballs and they do quite a bit of damage. Here. Boom! So some of these guys are not going to be very favorable of letting you get the ultimate technique in here. Okay, good. I don't even have to jump. She can just shoot at the thing. Hey, Ryu. I saved your butt and you take my kill. What's wrong with you? That's cool. So basically she can even hit at range. Oh, then there's more. Oh, now she's not hitting him because you're higher up. Ah, don't fireball me in the head. That's not cool. Oh, now she shoots at him going the other way. So it's nice to see it only takes about 2 rounds worth of bullets to hit him, because otherwise those would be a serious problem. So it looks like so that means we cleaned out the ground. No, we did not. I was just going to say, we're not getting more ground enemies here, so maybe we've got them taken out. Like, nope, that's not the case. Oh, he did an overhead shot. Oh, see this guy's still crawling around on the ground. Oh, that worked. right into the ultimate, rolled over the back, and then unleashed it. He's done. Get me out of here. I don't know what he's growling for. So this is a little bit more of a safer area from the air things, at least, so you can kind of just focus on one group of enemies than the other. So that one had no head and still wanted to try to hit me. This one doesn't have a head either, doing the same thing. Yeah, here, werewolf. Oh, the pinwheel one is awesome. So werewolves, if they lose their head, they're down. Unlike, ugh. Alright, you know what? It's time for this just because of losing some health here. I don't know if this will take out the, air creatures or not. Oh, there's more. Get off me. Oh, Hayabusa already took care of that one. You have to fight these things in such numbers during the story. So you still get the obliteration even if they have no head, but I think they're still going to fall anyway. Oh, we got more. Get off me! Get off! I'm getting low on health here. I'm out by these guys, and I don't want to get hit by them. Oh, I'm dead. I'm gonna be dead. Maybe that's the thing. Maybe that... Oh, if I die, he's got to heal me. Can he, though? He can. Okay. Okay, so it's not as bad as I thought. I don't know if that changes based on difficulty, but now I'm going to have to heal him, though. You still have a depleting health bar over time. Okay, he's down. Oh, no, no, no. Okay, good. So, well, my health bar's still not looking so hot, but... Okay. Now if we thin those guys out, maybe it's just the dragons left. Oh, there he is. You know, Hayabusa, you could have pulled the bow out and contributed a little on that one. Seriously, just kind of slacking. So it is getting a little more challenging, considering it's taking a minute longer and to add 2 more deaths in the process. So those werewolves have a lot more health, and then if you're fighting them and those cannon arm things, you can't kind of have them grouped up around you. Okay, well, that's a good sample. It's a good preview for tonight. So I got gold on all of them. Not going to expect that on the higher difficulties, that's for sure. So I don't know how many we have to go through in order to get the next one unlocked, but either way, it's cool to see that we got the rest available. So the other thing is, practice mode will let you play until you complete it. It just won't count for like a ranking or unlock. So you basically, it'll keep giving you a talisman of rebirth, you get revived, and you could probably play it to the end if you want to see what it looked like, but I'm not sure what that would matter if you're not somebody who's competing for score, or if you don't, or if you're trying to unlock other stuff. So I guess I'm just kind of rambling at this point, so let's head back to menu here. I guess we'll leave it at that screen because it's pretty cool. All right. So let me just check for rounds here. See if there's anything I overlooked. I think pretty good. So highly appreciate everybody who's been hanging out for our PS5/Ninja Gaiden 2 Black debut. So, like I said, I'll contemplate whether or not I want to get this in rotation, possibly on Thursday or something. But man, as soon as they announced this, I wanted to make a move on this, and I know there was a ton of people playing on Twitch already. So I know that doesn't necessarily make anything more advantageous, because when you have that many people streaming it, then you also have that much more competition for people to find you, unless they're just willing to find random people that are playing. So if those who already have sizable audiences are playing, then of course they're going to probably attract far more of the people that are watching. But so just to recap here, appreciate that Chairman, Call to Stealth, War Pigs, all hanging out for a bit on a combination of Twitch and YouTube there. So, oh, something's acting kind of weird on YouTube, but that will do it for tonight. So we'll pick up for our official scheduled outing for the week tomorrow with Metal Slug Tactics. So if you're watching for the first time, feel free to join us. Even if you're regular, obviously, you know the drill. You can hang out with us whenever. But I got nothing else for details. I'll probably think more to say about the game, by the next time we play it, if so, and that'll be it. So have a fantastic remainder of your weekend, if it is still Sunday where you're at. If not, have a fantastic week, and we will see you soon. Catch you later.